allow the two children to attend the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
Off your mind.
Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man do they talk. He do they talk. Say my yegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Ayégun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Ayégun diary.
Hello there.
Ayégun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Ayégun diary.
Ayégun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Good morning to you.
Good
afternoon to you.
Lórí YouTube.
And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Thank you so much for joining me again. Please share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them Mayegun today.
Ṣé wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o?
Ayégun diary.
Ayégun diary politico.
Ayégun diary.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
This is expected to be an interesting night that you should be happy that you are not missing it live. Share the broadcast. Read the caption, read the description of the broadcast, okay? And then share the broadcast. Antinelli.
Ayégun ti dé.
The director's cut.
Ayégun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra jù.
Ayégun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra jù.
Our lady, lady, what?
Àní ẹ̀ súnra.
It's a charm.
Lórí
Everyone joining me from wherever you are joining from, as you are joining, remember your offering is your like the broadcast. Read the caption, very important. Read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description as well. Then that will give you the idea of what you have just bumped into or what this is going to be all about. And we're going to start in a minute. Yomito too, Ade Williams, Una too plenty. I can mention you all. Wahala. River state of trouble. Guys, it's that one too. The ongoing crime rates, increasing crime rates in Abuja, Federal Capital Territory. So, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. Okay, and this is Mayegun Live. There are so many stuffs I want to share with you tonight. At least we have a lot of catch up to do. And I miss you too. For those who said that the temple was shut last night, you are right. But it's opened again, and we're going to start, okay, with the increasing report of not just kidnappings in Abuja, supposed the safest part of Nigeria. I mean, being the federal capital of Nigeria, where the criminals are mostly housed. And a lot of people believe that should sort of give a blanket immunity mostly from all these criminalities and then terrorism going on in Nigeria. But the reverse is the case. Tonight, I'm going to share what I heard and what I have also verified. However, when the time comes on the program tonight, where you would have a chance of calling in, of course, if you are from Abuja, you probably will be much appreciated if we hear from you, to shed more light. That's if we're lucky to have you, okay? And we will be grateful to have you. Now, here is what we have been hearing. You see, before Boko left, Abuja was already exposed. In fact, on numerous occasions, they received different threats of planned Boko Haram or terrorist or this or that attack. But because there hasn't been any major terrorism attack that should have captured the attention of maybe the whole world, that then gave a sort of a cover for other acts of terrible terrorism that the residents have been subjected to. And you know, Nasarawa, Abuja. So this gave them the vantage position to what? I'm talking about the criminals now. To have their different camps at the back of that same Abuja and en route, that same Nasarawa. But what are the crimes that people have been made to sort of live with in the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria? Terrorists, right, could come and invade your supposedly secured estate. And this attack can last hours. I mean, when they talk about kidnappings, a lot of people believe that most of the kidnappers always sort of either invade a community like a village, you know, where people are pretty much like powerless. They are unlikely to get help. Okay, so they get kidnapped. Or maybe you are on the highway traveling as a traveler, and then they will late you, okay, attack you, and then they take the rest of the passengers into the bush kidnapping stories are common that way. And when armed people, criminals, come to your door and start banging in the middle of the night, I bet a lot of you primarily will believe they are armed robbers who came to rob you of your possession. And if you cooperate, as people have been made to believe, you are likely not going to be harmed. Okay, but the story is different these days. Kidnappers, they go straight into people's homes. They take nothing but the people themselves. Yeah. They walk straight into the house and take you, and then they begin to demand for ransom from your family. Okay? Of course, there are other numerous reports of burglary, armed robbery, and all of that. Then you have the epidemic of one chance. The one chancers are those who pose as drivers, as commercial drivers, like taxis, okay? Private taxis or private buses or something like that. Then they take on suspecting Nigerians in their vans or in their cars, sometimes drug them, okay? So sort of dispossess them as well. And then they ended up having to kind of, push them out of a moving vehicle. That is the hazardous part of the one chancers. Even when you cooperate, you give them everything you have, let them take everything and spare you, they still won't actually like peacefully let you go. Now, people are kind of now coming out with more horrible things that they are doing to people in Abuja, and not just Abuja, in and around Abuja, where it is now becoming popular that if you are looking for any sort of organs, human organs, like kidney, heart, and a few other things like that, including if you are looking for a special type of blood, you know what I mean, like blood group and all that. So they have become more sophisticated that it is now beyond robbing people, collecting ransom. It is actually about dismembering the people, dismembering Nigerians. And this, to those who are probably residents of Abuja, so they said that if you are looking for fresh human kidney, you probably just, if you are more discreet, yeah, and this should be an open information that for somebody like me to be privy to that, there are many others, and your security agents in Nigeria could actually end that. So when you are looking for these organs, they are not organs that are freely donated. They are organs that they forcefully taken from their victims, their kidnapped victims. And it's a booming market in Abuja from what we have heard now. It is. But it's not like when I say booming, you know what I mean? Like you can imagine the, what do you call it? You can imagine the buyers, the traders, the buyers, as well as what they are buying. So there are three groups involved: the victims and their families who have had their loved ones gone missing, no tracing, no nothing. And they have no closure because not even the government is interested. Because if they have to start tracking people missing through kidnapping or here and there, in Nigeria today, they can possibly be tracking more than 1 million people who have gone missing. And they will never be found again. So when I eavesdropped that, and it was because a woman was kidnapped and then 3 kids. So the story is that she was kidnapped while in a car in Abuja. And our kidnappers are not demanding for money. They told their family to forget it and forget them. because there is no amount of money they can give them that is going to be enough for what they can make from their part. And listen to this. The reason why Abuja is sort of much like appointed is because that should be a place where, as horrible as Nigeria is, there are some crimes, especially this crime of terrorism, where people have been more terrorized than you can even imagine, right? You would expect some level of, like, okay, we are not saying you can't try the crime in Abuja, but if you try it with all the resources and the personalities in that city, as the federal capital of Nigeria, they will track you down. There are places they will tell you that don't commit crimes there. Even if you are a career criminal like that, do not commit crimes in these areas. That is it for you. When they say the criminal code, Abuja should be like that. Because it's a place where within seconds, all different kinds of armed security groups and all of them, they will round up the whole place. But that's a myth. Just to let you know that nowhere is safe. And if you are in Abuja, you probably will have a better way to tell this story from experience, right? I'll come back to Abuja. Let's go to Ondo State. You remember I have mentioned it a few times on this platform that if you want to test a man's will, if you want to know anything about a man and a woman, just give him or her power. Give me 1 sec. That noise is sort of coming through, not so good. Okay, give me a sec.
Yeah, your money was Jagaban. On your Monday, we shall stop Jagaban. On your Monday, we shall stop Jagaban. On your Monday, on your Monday, we shall stop Jagaban.
Yes, sir.
On your Monday, we shall stop.
In the chief of staff's office. Well done. Very nice. I'm glad to see this.
We'll come back to that. So, as I was saying, he said if you want to test the will of a man or a woman, give him or her power. Okay? If you want to test if Mayegun is a good person or a very, very bad person, give Mayegun power, and then you will see his true color. Do you all remember when Umaru Yar'Adua was very ill, suffering from leukemia, or simply put as blood cancer, skin cancer, and some other internal problems at the time? Then he became sort of incommunicado. Nobody saw him anymore for months because the people around him at the time could not let go of that power despite the terrible state of health of the man, their supposed father, husband, and all that. Abi? However, one of those people who was more vocal about that, what do you call the abuse of power, the violation of the constitution, those Oyinbo grammars that they always speak when they pretend to love Nigeria, Abi, was Rotifmi Akeredolu. Now, Rotifmi Akeredolu tasted power on the leverage that is been on the part of those who claimed to be fighting for democracy, reinstatement of democracy in Nigeria. And if those who benefited have failed, maybe pro-democratic elements will do better is also the former president of Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, which means is somebody who knows that a just society is based on rule of law when everybody follows the law to the letter. That is where you have a just society. But where you have people who are more powerful, when you have when you have powerful men, powerful women, instead of having powerful institutions in Nigeria, what you have is powerful people. But the institutions that should be more powerful than everyone, they are more powerful than your institutions. Your institutions have now become just paper tigers who can only bark but can't bite except, as directed. So Akeredolu was one of them. Then he became the governor of Ondo, and immediately, in Ondo State, where Akeredolu, as APC, representative there, they turned Ondo State to the government of the father, government of the mother, and of the son. No. I'm not trying to blaspheme against, you know what I mean? No. That's what they say in Ondo State. The government of the father, of the mother, and of the son. So if the father is not available, remember this, so you cannot come to the father or to the mother except through the son. That is the government they run in Ondo States. They impoverish the people more. Seriously. But as it is, health, which they say is wealth, sometimes, we should all kind of remember that there's always going to be a time that big man, go burst into tears, because big man, get strength in front of a serious health challenge. Let's be honest. As young as I am, if I suddenly have a serious health challenge, that is it. Big man. As we go burst to tears. You know that one that will be like, let me be this, kind of. But the ideal thing is, when you have health challenge, even when you have a job, you take a break. So you don't understand. When you have health challenge, to go and take care of yourself. Because if you die, another person will automatically sit on your seat the next day. It's not your job. It's not your business, except for Nigeria, where they have customized power, familiarized their power. Then they have to subject the people of Ondo State to this level of trauma. Akeredolu is sick. Anyone can be healed. Anyone can fall ill. Any of us can be sick. The right thing to do, if you really care for yourself and your family, is to what? Go and take care of yourself. Because when you die, less than 24 hours after that, somebody else is going to move into that your office. Because it's not your business. Same thing with power. But they don't see it that way. Because Nigeria is a place where criminals are rewarded. And because of the greed of people, you will still see people standing up to defend what is actually out there, affecting them negatively. If you look at things, like generally, that is the story of Ondo State. under Akeredolu. He was the one who told everyone, where is Yaradua? Nobody sees him. We have no idea if he's even dead. Nigerians cannot continue like this and all those blah, 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 blah. Now today, Showore is now calling on the world to help them tell Akeredolu to resume or resign. 9 months away from office, 9 months. He spent over 6 months, I think, in Germany hospital for the medical bill, everyday bill. God knows how much, tens of hundreds of thousands of euros that cost the taxpayers of Ondo State. The same healthcare that the Ondo State people will never have access to. Trust me, anywhere in Ondo State, the same place is governing. They funded that because of power, because they heard that there are some people who were already moving to the side of his deputy. He did one thing when he was leaving. He handed over power to his deputy. That is, sorry, he transferred power to his deputy. But transferring power to deputy did not give real power to the deputy. Those in control were still the wife and one of his sons. That's why I said that you cannot come to the father or to the mother except through the son, Akeredolu. Here you get. So they started hearing the rumor that there's a plot that they wanted to impeach Akeredolu. Immediately, his wife moved him from the hospital abroad straight to hospital, a private hospital in Ibadan. Now, when they brought him to Ibadan, immediately, his political lackeys, greedy, selfish personalities, they turned that Ibadan to their Mecca to go and show and pay homage to Akeredolu that could barely that could barely sit down properly, talk less of standing up properly. He has physically shrunk. It's obvious. And at that moment, there's nothing wrong from him honorably throwing the towel and said, listen, I don't think I can be bothered by all of this anymore. The Ondo people who are paying for all these medical bills from their own money, taxes and all of that, the Ondo people have no idea what is wrong with Akeredolu. They don't know what is wrong with him. They just know that he's not well, it's not okay. And they are praying for him to get well. Sure you get. So that's where the power tussle came in. The deputy governor was now more or less like pitted. From nowhere, they started plotting to remove the deputy governor. That one is okay, is well, Ela and Adio, they are from the same party, they are operating the same policy, they run on the same ticket, that people should vote for them. They want to change Ondo. I don't know what that means, that the same deputy governor can no longer run the state. Here you get, it suddenly became an enemy that must be removed. They took themselves to Kolu in Abuja. When they got to Abuja, from those who came back, they said Kolu advised the deputy governor to maintain his post. Some even rumored that Tinubu made the deputy governor of Ondo State to sign an undated resignation letter. And he told them that everything should be fine. And they started praising Kolu in their newspaper, online, everywhere. Oh, Kolu is better than Boko, this or that. Tinubu wanted a sick person to remain governor that is being funded, his healthcare is being funded, even though for the rest of his life, they have laws all over Nigeria. If you are a governor, even if your state is the most poorest state in Nigeria, they still have to pay your medical bills for the rest of your life. Akeredolu knows this. So what exactly is it that because he is sick, the rest of Ondo State should be sick? You know what is going on right now? Things have now gone to the stage whereby Akeredolu's commissioners, they are forging his signatures on their own proposals, like making proposals that you will normally take to the governor. they are signing that, forging a signature. Ondo State is pretty much on free fall, autopilot right now. I want pro-democracy. We fought for democracy. Do you know what we did to fight for this democracy? You fought for the recolonization, the re-enslavement of the people. And congratulations, you have the reign in your hand right now. You did not fight for democracy to make the lives of anybody better. You fought those who are in charge then so that you could be, now that you are, what has changed? So Showore now said, everybody should ask Akeredolu, Akeredole to resume or resign. So they started mobilizing for that. Showore called for a town hall meeting in Akure, booked a place with the Alakure of Akure. Don't mind me. Sure you get. So Akure town hall. And they said they should pay 100,000 naira for it. So Showore paid. So they take it back as everybody were like, they are going to start. If the people actually knows what is going on, and if they have an idea of what they should do, town hall meeting, and you know that town hall is different from Bulaba, blue, Abi. Somehow, they said the DSS, Dokpemu Secret Service, or Dokpemu Stupid Service, entered the palace of the Akure king and demanded that Showore's money must be refunded back to him, and such gathering should never take place. So right now, Showore is saying, even under the mango tree, if it said even if it is under the mango tree, on the 16th of December, which is going to be, I believe, Sunday. Let me check that again. What day exactly is that? Saturday, rather, the 16th, that they will hold that gathering and demand every day for Akeredolu's to resume or resign. But the big question here is this. Would you ever have imagined, especially if you are not from this Indomie generation, okay? Would you have ever imagined that somebody like Akeredolu would turn out this way? Ever? Aketi, the same Aketi with white beard that some of us, when we were in our 20s, we they look at them like, oh, look at Lisa, and look at this, look at, oh God damn it, man. They said if you live long enough, they say if your heroes live long enough, they will become villains. And there is no lie, no cap. And there are so many of them that are also unraveling every day. Let's go to River State, okay? Because the drama don't start. As you are watching this video, 27 of 33 or so House of Assembly members of River State, 27 of them of PDP, they have decamped to APC. Which simply means the finality on Fubara's government in River State, the finality of his removal is now forgone issue. And if anybody wants to be honest, except for some surprises, this matter is being handled by Barrister O.T. Law. And I'll tell you why. Some people are currently saying that Fubara, who indeed has the money now, River State money, has enough to fight for his own survival, or he will be seriously and greatly punished as the emperor Ekwere Adolf Hitler Wike has finally unleashed the nuclear. So what happened? The last time the rumor came that they were trying to remove the governor because Wike, who is a minister and a former governor himself, that they were trying to remove the governor because the governor has failed to remit the agreed 25% of all revenues, allocations, and everything that comes to the covers of river states every month. That for the last 3 months, that was then. For the past 3 months, Fubara failed to remit an agreement, on the agreement. And not only that, Fubara has been reconciling and meeting with the people Wike considered as political enemies. So, to Wike, Fubara has been destroying all of the structures of criminality that he put together to bring him to power, and it must be stopped. That was his concern. He said, if my structure is gone, I am finished. I'm a politician. I rely on my structure. And if Fubara failed to let my structure succeed or survive, I'm finished politically. So I'm fighting for my life. So what did Wike do? He made everyone else that he brought to office, reps, senate, House of Assembly, those they gave political appointments, and the rest of them, he made them realize that the fight between him and Fubara is their fight too. If he goes down, they are all going down. So, being between the devil and the WC, a lot of people believe that they know where the pendulum will swing. The only thing is that would Fubara himself become a victim of a praise singers who knows that at the end of the day, with a criminal as your president and all that, we can all kind of probably be looking forward to the exit of a Fubara? Or is he going to probably make it, because you know something, in a criminal enterprise like Nigeria, all they need to do is to just start, if Fubara decided to go like, okay, we'll go dig for dig and all of that stuff, Kolu will just announce a state of emergency. A state of emergency, which will remove Fubara from office temporarily. Then he can get arrested. For those who probably will remember Joshua Dariye and Obasanjo and the Just Crisis and the whole politics behind that. Again, with a Wike that will dance, twerk, morning, afternoon, evening, even before bedtime, for Gbajabia Mole can get all that done while the rest of us continue to scream, illegal, illegality, illegality. Then the Supreme Court will come back and say, well, everything they've done is pretty much legal. So what Wike is trying to do now is this, okay? Gets the assembly on his side, which pretty much has shown before now, and then get the deputy governor to decamp to APC as well. And then the House of Assembly will now impeach Fubara. When they impeach Fubara, they will now say they should swear in the deputy. So by the time the deputy is sworn in, they will give her or him,
who is even the deputy? Is that a woman? Anyway, they will give the deputy the protection from Abuja. Okay, so the deputy, which will be the new governor, they'll give him the protection from Abuja, and the rest of you will be discussing what just happened. What happened in River State is so wrong. This is the destruction. The democracy is dead in Nigeria. This country is going down, down, down. What the hell is this? How could this happen? All of us go to discuss them. And in 6 months' time, you go just see Fubara in handcuffs. I'm telling you how these guys operate. And I'm telling you that ignore whatever they say about the law. Okay, so we'll go to that River State so that for context, right now, the Speaker of the House of Assembly was the one who made the announcement, something like this.
Members of this 10th Assembly, distinguished colleagues, these letters are personally written by 27 members individually and sent to me in line with Section 101 of the 1999 Constitution as authored. Distinguished colleagues, I will begin by reading the letter written by the Right Honorable Barrister Dunle Mao, the Deputy Speaker of this House. It reads, the Right Honorable Martin Chika Mewile, DSSRS, Speaker, Rivers State Assembly, Moscow, Port, Mr. Speaker, defection to the All Progressive Congress, APC. I write to bring to your attention my decision to leave the People's Democratic Party, PDP. This decision to leave the PDP is necessitated by the division in the People's Democratic Party, of which I was elected to this House. In particular, the tussle around who the National Secretary of the PDP is has now sharply divided the party and made it unclear as to who is the National Secretary of the party, thereby making it difficult for me to chart an appropriate communication channel. There are currently different court processes as well as others making it impossible to identify who the authentic National Secretary of the party is. Details of these orders of courts can be found in suit number FCT/HC/M/015/23, suit number FHC/ABJ/CS/1580/2023, and suit number E/882/2023. There is also a matter at the Federal High Court in Lagos on the same subject. The situation has made it imperative that I defect to the All Progressive Congress, APC. Therefore, I seek your indulgence in this regard as to do the needful and recognize me now as a member of the APC and do accept the assurance of my esteemed regards. Sincerely, Right Honorable Dunle Mao, DSSRS, Deputy Speaker, Member, Bukana Constituency. Distinguished colleagues, this letter is from the Deputy Speaker, as I said earlier, and in line with the Constitution, I have read the letter in the floor of this House. It is the duty of this House to find out whether the conditions upon which the defection is made is sufficient for him to actually defect from the People's Democratic Party to the APC. Distinguished colleagues, the section of the Constitution has made it clear the condition upon which a member can defect, which is a division in his political party where he was elected into the House of Assembly. And from the evidence that is before us, it is clear that there is division in the PDP. Because as it stands today, it is difficult for people to even know who the National Secretary of the party is. And of course, the office of the Secretary, the National Secretary of the party is key. It's pivotal to the functioning of that party. There are now factions, some people are supporting some are loyal, while others are not. And this clear division has warranted the decision of Right Honorable Dunle Mao to defect to the All Progressive Congress. On that note, distinguished colleagues, do we have any objection, or do we have any reason, do we think it is insufficient or the reasons he has so proffered are insufficient for him to defend. Honourable members, I bring it open to the House. Do you have any objection to this?
Glorify your name to the call. Owner of the day, owner of the beginning and the head. I glorify your name to the call. Father of the glory. There is nobody can share the glory with you. You are beginning of the glory, you are everlasting glory. You are glorify your name to the call.
Servant of Nigeria, servant of Nigerians, the midst of PDP, here you get, continue to sort of resurface to remind people that the spineless, corrupt, people destroying people, PDP, the ones that kind of always suffer that they want to come and rescue you or save you and blah, blah, blah nonsense. Were Wike, one Were Wike took PDP down to the grave, and PDP couldn't do anything. They still can't do anything, and they will never do anything. Because it's all for business. If they, for where they are allowed to still carry on their business, APC is doing it. So they are friends. They are, there's no point. Everybody just find your own level. Abi, you're on your own. That's the point. And suddenly, it is now on your, inside the Rivers State House of Assembly, on your mandate. Where is that one again? There's a place where they are like, oh, your mandate, like this.
Tell your money was Jagaban. On your mandate, we shall stop Jagaban. On your mandate, we shall stop Jagaban. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stop Jagaban.
Yes, sir.
On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stop.
In the chief of staff.
They are moving to APC, because of one man's interests. Were Wike, whose ego got bruised by his own anointed successor that said, Abba, Oga, even God that created us, gave us breath, gave us life. Now 10% in the collect when we make them now. You, the old River State, 25%. Which kind of thing be this? So it became an offense. And Wike warned him. Oh, he warned him. You remember before this whole drama. So whenever you don't think they are doing it for the interest of Rivers people, if you are in River State, you obviously know this is not because of you. Abi, is their politics. See? So those of you who probably voted PDP, because PDP don't die. Abi, don't die. Wike killed PDP. Abi, no, it's not Wike, it's Atiku that killed PDP. Whoever killed PDP anyway, any of you who killed them, you shall know, say, is dead. Literally. It's gone. Okay? So, now the APC, Egbekegbe, that Were Wike used 7 years to tell you was so evil. And it was right. Now you have all ended up in the basket of APC, Egbekegbe, because Were Wike couldn't take 25% cut off your own revenue. Remember, don't be saying the one where they keep the revenue, go use them for you. Don't go to jump up and down. I stand with Fubara. You better continue to stand with him. Abi, at least he will stand for nothing, falls for everything. Abi, shall stand for something. Abi, stand with Fubara. You know me, say the 25% is not paying with a Wike. That is going to now use that for the good of the people of River State. No. It's going to use it to feed the mouth of those who are going to help him
continue to roar to where the Wike. You know, when the Wike say, they will just like, you know. Now, Monio, if you look at a lot of people right now, they will tell you, as long as Fubara is not stingy, Wike can never win. Who is Wike? Who is Wike? Wike is nobody. Everybody, they chop up. So don't get carried away. Do not get carried away and feel like, oh yeah, Fubara is fighting for the people. I'm standing for Fubara. No. Pay attention to what he is doing too. And pay attention to where your money is going to. Then you realize that it is just to rob Peter to pay Paul too. And in their war, I beg of you, do not die in their war. Just open your eyes before you become the casualty, the collateral damages. I just want you to know that this whole thing, this whole drama is about selfish interest of some few people on who should have access to what and why. In Were Wike's words, right? He said,
today, Fubara would have been governor. Yes. The way you are pushing us to go to, if I follow that path and supported the person you wanted me to support, it wouldn't have been possible. I say it with authority. I stood firm in this country and I said I was going to support the Satan to president. And I said heaven will not fall. Heaven never fell. And I have no regrets. If I was not stubborn, yes, positive stubbornness, I'm not a man anybody can just push like this. I'm not that kind of person. So what I urge all of you, if you want to help, help. If you have no capacity to help, don't cause more trouble. Because God knows, as I left that place yesterday, because I have respect for Mr. President, I don't understand how some of you know me well. You know I fought the former government very well. I never slept in Abuja. All through my 6-7 years, I never slept in Abuja one day. Because I told the government then, Buhari, that look, I will not, and I will not see you. And I stood firm. That is me. So I don't know where you are getting the problem, where people are problem, but if there will be problem, you will see it. You will see it. Let nobody deceive you. If I say there will be problem, there will be. There will be. It's not about prayer. I don't need to win. But I need you to suffer. Look, you can't sleep. You can't. It is people who hold you responsible. People who say you did not perform. I have finished my own 8 years. And I challenge anybody, if you like it.
Did you hear that? He was addressing some delegates or some delegation from Rivers State who went to beg him. He's bragging publicly that it will make the state ungovernable for the guy. Here you get. He said he didn't have to win. I don't have to win. He doesn't have to win. Because at the end of the day, when the guy finally is unable to actually deliver to the people because of all this trouble here, trouble there, problem here, and all of that, just because he can't have his way, he believes that the people will put the blame on Fubara, but others believe otherwise. Fubara get money, waiting be which Wike. See, Wike na billionaire with your stolen money. Don't ever say who is Wike. Wike is the president of Nigeria judiciary. It is an unofficial position. A position that you don't see it, but it exists. Only now is the person who is the president of Nigeria judiciary, where everybody they try meet say Wike man your jewel. That's what they say in Yoruba land. So when they say, Baba, no worry. Talk to my young Jew. You get that? That simply means, don't worry yourself. Your Toti will take care of it. You say, Baba, you know, they are about to take my business because of so debt. I say, how much is the debt? So it's over 300 million naira, sir. They say, 300 million. Don't worry. Talk to my Jew. That is the position of Wike. They say, don't worry. Your Toti will take care of it. And you're like, 300 million. Sir, don't let me change my mind, please. Next. And then afterward, they say, Toto has taken care of it. When it comes to whether the entire state, they tattooed their vote on you. Maybe say you can't appear like this. They say, what is the evidence that people voted for you? They say, if you can count all of these, 600,000, 555, and 23 tattoos. These are the people that voted for me. Where a Wike can get a judge that will say, all those tattoos, they have seen your pictures in 2001 with the same tattoo. It's fake. It doesn't matter. There's no evidence. Or they will say, we cannot use the evidence. And somebody when no win election can be declared. Trust me, where Wike is the loaded one, is the bagman for Tinubu when it comes to the judiciary. Don't go to anywhere. Where Wike, who left a PDP, but unofficially, and he went to court. Nigeria court gave the order that PDP, they must not punish him for anti-party. In Nigeria, and you begin to be like, it doesn't even make any sense. He told them, that's what I wanted. I said, PDP will suspend you. I said, they don't burn PDP well. They're the craze. Tell them to try it. It will tell you, tell them to try it. Because now, bam, you go here, Supreme Court rules. Bah. And PDP is like a dead group of criminals that are just surviving on whatever crumbs is coming from the table of APC. And they are comfortable like that. You may not know. So where Wike is beginning to build that nest. Some people believe that Fubara will be gone before Christmas. I say, Abba. I say, please don't, before May. Like they may still allow him do Christmas or something like that. I say, you dey dull yourself. You go see what will happen in the next coming days. So I was like, okay, won't be surprised. Immediately the guys were done. They put themselves in a van, in a bus, probably going to Abuja to go and tell Wike, we have done it, Oga. We are now APC, sir.
On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stand.
But like I said, if Fubara fee pay, there are people that will say, listen, they're not born Wike well. People like this.
It is very critical. But standing here as the chairman of this council, I must say this. If I don't say it, I will not sleep tonight. This council supports this our home. This council will continue to support our home. The chairman of this council standing here today was part and parcel of a process that led to where we are today, the government sitting before us. The best we can do is to allow him out time to work. All those outside parading themselves. Whatever trying to spoil things should stop for
That is a royal verdict. Everybody trying to cause trouble in this place should stop forthwith. We hope they will. But you remember this guy? Maybe this guy then break. Was it not this guy that broke his head during that Amechi, when they used mace? When that guy used mace to beat some honorables? When Amechi was governor, I don't know. Was it not this guy?
People are saying that this is the structure you are talking about. It's not the structure. It's not the structure. What structure are you talking about? Evans Bapagani, I am one of the original structure of the Abuja man.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
Don't you know? 9 July 2013. Who did it?
You.
Okay, what is the structure? Is there anything more than that structure? The structure is you. The structure is me. The structure is we, not there. Everything you talk, I. It's we are talking about, not I. We are talking about we, not I. You made everybody. Who made you? You made everybody. Who made you then? It came from God. Nobody made you. So the structure, you are the structure. That's why we normally come to you in every election. We'll come to you, beg you to vote us, that will come back to give you development. Isn't it? Yes.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian.
And talking about structure and who is the structure, and instead of you saying me, at least learn to say us. Because I said something earlier that if people who always cling on to power for selfish use and reasons, if they know that it's all vanity, maybe they will see it, they will see life differently, and they'll begin to do things differently. But unfortunately, greed blinds you. It's sad, you know. Because Asarailu can call anybody anytime. So one afar once said, Afar no one die. What happened is that Afar was preaching about, you know, the end. For example, I could die where I'm seated here now, live on my live program, and everybody would just be like, oh my God, I watch it live. And you too, you know, it could be any time for anyone. But it's like the Afar didn't start with himself. Afar was talking about death, like, you know, death could take any of us anytime in this gathering and all of that. You see that guy that is interpreting what I am saying? Death could take him just now. And the guy returned it and said, you know, instead of interpreting to say, what Afar said was, death could take him, interpreter, anytime. So he just interpreted it as death could take you too, Mr. Preacher. You know, interpreter saying that to the preacher. And he was, I know that the death will take your father, not me. So the bottom line is that if all of us can imagine what this truly means, and we have a chance, when we imagine what it means and we understand what it truly means, right? Then we have a chance to impact on people's lives, either at a small scale from our immediate environment, at a small scale, on a small scale, or on a large scale, when we have a bigger opportunities to impact positively in lives of the people. Because you could die anytime. It doesn't really, I mean, it won't really matter at the end, but come on. When you know that you can't own the world, it doesn't make any sense. It's all going to be all for nothing, waste. You get? So why do you want to own the world? Why the rest of the world suffers?
But I know why. Greed. Greed. Look at this. He over $100 million. Eh? We didn't want to take $100 million do. So he started asking God for $100 million, 100, because they are telling them there that, you see, this midnight, some spirits are with us, and they came all the way from above, from heaven. So we have called them. They are here now. You can ask for anything, whatever you want. So you begin to ask. And he started screaming, $100 million, $100 million, $100 million. It got the attention of another person who God knows what that one was praying for. It got his attention that one had to bring out his phone and record, we won't pay $100 million, $100 million. Like, what's happened? Go kilo de gong. Eh? I can tell you why. It all started from somewhere, 2015. Let's use this throwback, okay, to remind the majority of you that whatever everyone is suffering from today, whether you supported them then or you didn't, it all started from somewhere. I'll use this from a bishop.
Amen. Every man has a right, legitimately so, to express their displeasure and pains. Everybody has it. Amen. I kept quiet for a while because, listen to me. Amen. In 2015, I warned this nation vehemently, consistently, because I saw the dangers ahead. And you can tell. The most gruesome season in the history of this nation is the last 5 years, where lives have no value. Wanton killings here and there. Now they have faced the youth. And because they don't know who is next, they have a right to say enough. Amen. Enough is enough. Any system that has no value for human lives is irrelevant. If they were killed when they were youth, would they be where they are today? And now it will be a sacrilege to shoot the protesters who are not looting, who are not ravaging. We just need to look. I have been one of the few. Amen. Every man has.
Every nation that, where human life means nothing, is a nation destined for doom. No amount of prayer can rescue that. No. Similarly, this former Apple chief imam who got booted out, were under Boko at the time, was screaming too. A flashback.
Is there nobody to take responsibility? I want to believe that we have all failed. I failed as an imam to teach you that life is sacred. You all failed as parents to teach your children that killing is bad. Our community leaders failed. Our politicians failed. governors failed, especially His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You have failed us. We have your video telling Nigerians that the military is capable. Our military is capable. It has all the requirement to tackle this insurgency. And if you are voted into power, you are going to make sure that happens in a short time. You have given 4 years an addition. Yet, people are dying like fowls. Killing is becoming norm in Nigeria under your watch, Mr. President. If there is no Nigerian to tell you, I will take the responsibility of telling you, and I will take the responsibility of the consequences, because the life and properties of Nigerians is above all. Let me tell you, Mr. President, under your watch, bandits are taxing Nigerians. Is that the provision of the Constitution of Nigeria? Under the provision of Constitution of Nigeria, no one has the right to tax any Nigerian, except being authorized by the federal government.
Disable, àtisẹ́tẹ́ àti ń parọ́ tipẹ́ àtisẹ́tẹ́ tìtó òdìmú òdodo òsìmọ́ àtisẹ́tẹ́ kágbádé fáláre àtisẹ́tẹ́ kágbẹ̀dé fáláre àtisẹ́tẹ́ adájọ́ ń parọ́ torí owó àtisẹ́tẹ́ òṣèlú ń parọ́ nítorí ipò àtisẹ́tẹ́ èdò gbówó ń tẹ́ àtisẹ́tẹ́ ìjà ń jà aráàlú àtisẹ́tẹ́ disable àtisẹ́tẹ́.
I just thought I should give you those flashbacks, right? Before we kind of move on now to where they said that the American envoy just met with Tinubu and the ECOWAS heads to discuss the Niger Republics stalemate. I don't know what they are discussing and the rest of that, but Kolu, who hosted them again, second time or third time, within a space of 6 months, had this to say, I am coming back. Yeah, this was Kolu today.
And I think I can just get this for you. There are, if I remember,
members under military rule to float an alliance of Sahel states. The Phantom pushback alliance appears intended to divert our attention from our mutual belief for democracy and good governance that will impact the life of our people. We refuse to be detracted from pursuing the collective dreams, aspirations, and the noble path of ECOWAS integration as it is laid out in our institutional and legal frameworks. I take this opportunity to also emphasize that despite the numerous challenges facing our region, ECOWAS has achieved significant milestones for the betterment of our community citizens. ECOWAS activities have always been people-oriented, with a view to raising the living standard of our people. We have to do that through good governance. ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme, ETLS, we have also witnessed the rapid humanitarian intervention to assist communities affected by armed conflict or natural disasters. In this regard, I wish to call for the increased support
in the area of humanitarian assistance through multilateral and bilateral means, as well as through public-spirited individuals, as ECOWAS, as an organization, cannot do this alone. Notwithstanding this notable achievement, a significant portion of our people continue to face the challenge of poverty and widespread unemployment. There is therefore need for us to harness the potential of our rich natural and human resources, diverse agricultural sector, and burgeoning youthful population for the prosperity of our people. Indeed, the collective market of ECOWAS member states represent huge opportunity for trade and investment to unlock the region's full economic potential. Your Excellencies, Head of State and Government, distinguished guests, I would also like to seize this opportunity to commend and extend my heartfelt congratulations to the people of the Republic of Liberia for the successful conduct of the presidential election, widely adjudged to be free, fair, and credible. Let me also commend my brother and colleague, His Excellency George Weah, for his exemplary leadership and conduct throughout the electoral process. By conceding defeat and congratulating his opponent, President Weah has left a legacy to be emulated by politicians in our region and beyond. I'm glad President Jonathan, former President Jonathan, is also present here.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
Let's come back to it. I don't want to bore you too much, okay? I just wanted him to read it to that part where he congratulated George Weah for conceding defeat in the Liberia presidential election and all that stuff, okay? But you see that part where he said the coup in Niger Republic has, has slowed down the advancement of democratic advantage of our people. He's now using our people, meaning the people of West Africa. Then he also lied in that speech. Shut your for God's sake. He also lied in that they have Nigeria. He has been supporting and helping the victims of terrorism in other West African countries like Niger, even in Niger. Guess what? Nigerians are refugees in Niger who ran away from the terrorism in Nigeria, living in refugee camps in Niger. Nigerians, northerners, they are refugees in Chad. They are refugees. The South people, especially the Cross River people, Akwa Ibom and all those areas, yeah? Some of them are refugees in Cameroon today. They are not being talked about because, what about those of you who are living in the country? Who gives a damn about you? They don't. Kolu shut the border. Have you forgotten? He shut the border, even though there is actually no real border to shut down. But he shut trade between Niger and Nigeria. He shut down their electricity supply. They have already stated that. The business transactions between the Nigerians and Nigerians has been halted. So only smuggling, which is pretty much the top trade between the northern borders anyway, that is currently thriving. But Kolu sat there saying that they are giving this. Well, anyway, in Niger Republic, let me show you how they see Kolu. Do you want to see it? You would have to dance. I think they just believe that there is a drunkard. I think that's the way they see him in Niger Republic, like that drunkard, that man that's always drunk. And they have adopted this dance. That dance now for Kano is a dance of a sociopath, a maniac, a deadly criminal who doesn't really have emotion per se, but sometimes they want to show that they have emotion, but it's pretty much ridiculous. As psychologists, they'll tell you about them. Look at you straight into your eyes and like that. That's how they see him in Niger Republic. And let's take a bit of a break on this. Then we'll come back because we're going to go to Borno, where they said that Tinubu told one of their emirs, had been a sultan of Borno, anyway. So one of their sultans told them, emirs, that you see that bombing, that mistake bombing in Kaduna that everybody is angry about now. It wouldn't have happened if it is not that maybe God approved it. Everybody should just put it behind them. Yeah. That bombing couldn't have happened. I didn't approve it. But I just know that that mistake that they bombed people, twice, it wouldn't have happened if God did not approve it. So, Baba, autopilot lewa. However, I think they have shared with us the place where they are currently, Bajabi Amila said, As Old Rock Clinic is the best in the world. Oh, that's great. That means you start saving money from going abroad. So Bajabi Amole shared all the images, the one they took inside the As Old Rock. So you see that 16 billion they want to spend traveling abroad in 2024. They probably should save that and use that for something else. So here is Baja taking a tour, taking a look at their MRI scan, going into their chemist, where they have all the, the drugs, the medication. I know a lot of you will wish you have access to them because everything here is free. Sure, you get everything here is free. And this is where Boko was spending 4 billion, 4.5 billion, 5 billion, 6 billion every year in 8 years, and he never used it. So Baja said, oh, Mona, best this and that deal. So they have this for themselves inside the As Old Rock. Okay? But yet, apart from the fact that you can only see all this in pictures, there are so many of you that, you probably would never imagine that you as a human being, you should be having access to all of this too. I live in the UK. I'm not a rich person, okay? I'm just like a normal person. But if there's any reason for me to use any of those equipment, I won't have to break any sweat before having access to them. But to some of you watching me right now from all over Nigeria, wow. My rich people, they bad. Man. Chai. But it is for health care. You all deserve to have access to them. They bought them with your money. They could buy same for all of you too, but they just won't. I just thought you should see that. And then think, I'll just imagine what it is like abroad, that they also have to change your naira, weaken your naira for, to come and pay doctors here. Just imagine how that looks here, right? Some hospitals abroad, they're not fine, reach that one.
You want me to tell you that? Eh? Even though hospitals shouldn't be about how beautiful, how this, how it should be the amount of professional workforce you have that can carry out serious medical procedures successfully, continuously, like consistently. That is what gives credibility to an hospital. Sure, you get. It's not the amount of equipment or how expensive they are. Sure, you get. It is when you have all, and they are well paid too to do the job. That's what you get to appreciate good governance for. Okay? But when it comes to those equipment they put in those rooms there, they are all here. And they are all accessible to everyone. And that's what we are saying. If they think they deserve it, who says you don't? Why don't you think you deserve it too? You deserve to be in that room. You deserve, right, to get yourself checked when your situation requires it without having to break any sweat. Their job is to provide all of this for you. Their job is to make laws that makes it accessible for you. When you finish from there, you walk straight into a dispensary, a chemist that is government owned or government certified. What do you call it? And then you hand over that slip to them. You hand over that slip to them and say, listen, here, I need all those medication. And they have to pack them for you. That is the feel of good governance abroad, too. It's not that money that you think people make so much money abroad. It's not that. It is the fact that you have access to facilities that are just there to serve the humanity, including you. It doesn't matter how much money you have or you don't. That's what we're asking them to do there. They could, but they won't. Walk straight into any chemist and take. So you see all this issue of fake drugs, fake this, fake that, because they let that happen. They won't put fake drugs and fake stuff inside those Aso Rock clinic. They won't. When they place the order for their medication, if they ever did anyway, they will order them from the credible, reliable sources for themselves. But for the rest of you, NAFDAC can determine if it's good for you or not. But when it comes to theirs, you will find some of the rarest medicals inside the Aso Rock. Trust me, their clinic there. But they just probably would never just really use them and say, right? Or maybe it's just for show off. Maybe it's not. Instead of them cramping you all together in a single space, instead of having you to tell you to go and collect file, collect this or that, they could put all your details on their system, and they could have every of your medical record accessible anywhere in case if you have any problems. You have an accident, right? You are living in Abuja, and you have an accident right there in Imo. Right there, the medical system in Imo State should be able to bring out all your medical details so that they can know what blood type you are, what is your medical history, and what are the things you are allergic. Those stuffs that could keep you alive. Those are the things that are, they seem so simple, little things, but they are very crucial. They are those things that define the government that you have. That's why every day in the UK, the threat of the NHS tanking scares the shit out of everyone in this country, like everyone with sense. Even, not just everyone like that, too, including the rich people that could buy anything for themselves. They are also worried for NHS. Because if it tanks, but they won't let that happen. Trust me, they won't. However, Kolu was in Borno, where he went there to commission electric cars. People will not get electricity. Of course, you can always they want to cut down the what is that thing called, a carbon emission, a carbon dioxide, a carbon monoxide emission, and all of that by 2030. By 2030. So, in order to make it look like they are doing something about that, A country that barely 200 million people that barely generates 10,000 megawatt of electricity and distributing less than 3,000 megawatt of electricity. Right now, as you are watching this video, they just recently today officially confirmed that the national grid has collapsed again today. Nigeria national grid collapsed again today. South African stock exchange is valued at somewhere around $900 billion. In South Africa, they build planes, they build military weapons, they build military jets in South Africa, as it is, okay? Now, South Africa's stock exchange is valued at plus $900 billion. All right. Nigeria's stock exchange is valued at $50 billion. Forget about all those blood dark money, okay? This is like official. The population of South Africa is roughly 65 million people. The population of Nigeria is put at 200 million people. So if you still don't have a clue that Nigeria is a poor country, courtesy of these greedy, selfish criminals, you probably would never be so awakened to the danger that you are living, carrying that identity up and down. You have a country that is deliberately made poor, and it is working exactly how they want it to be. And in that shamelessness, some of you are still walking about with your useless ego. Nigeria this, Nigeria that. But factually, there's absolutely nothing to back any of your braggings. I was seeing where some were becoming enraged again. When this guy, Shegun Shoumi, was taking a dig at the Igbos and reigniting the Igbos versus Yoruba versus Igbo, this or that again. And I am like, listen, we know those who are already damaged, and they can make you damaged, or they can damage you too. It starts from you trying, okay, to want to possibly like out-argue those who are deliberately being mischievous. I don't know if you have seen that video or if you have not yet, but in case if you come across it, it is a pandemic. Nigerians who are champions in tribal, ethnic champions leagues. Education has failed them. Exposure has failed you. And while the rest of even Africa around you are doing their best to at least get out of the quagmire they found themselves, making efforts, you educated mofos, ethnic bigots, tribal religious jingoists who have pride in emptiness. Igbos are better than the Yorubas. Yorubas are far greater than your forefathers. Fulanis are the best in this or that. You grounded dumbos. Look around you. When you are done giving yourselves all those self-inflicted trophies of your tribal and ethnic champions leagues, you realize that the world has left you. Back to Kolu. He just told them in Borno State that the bombing of innocent people in Kaduna, which some people are saying, if Nigeria is a real country, you don't blow 156 countrymen into mistrings and still be able to go to bed. It is impossible. The country shouldn't just go quiet. I said, why won't they go quiet? At least they are not the ones bombed into mistrings. So they could spare enough energy to prove who is more tribally begotten or ethnically begotten, living in the poverty capital of the world, where majority of their citizens from the north to the west, from the east to the middle belt, so from the every corner of the country, you have the poverty capital, population of the poverty capital of the world. Your people are living in multi-dimensional poverty, but you mofos, you morons, you are champions in defending that your non-existent tribal, ethnic supremacy. Therefore, you give room to morons like yourselves, criminals like yourselves, to continue, to give the reasons why. For those who got killed, why they died, and those of you who are still here being stupid when you die, probably God actually approves it. Who knows? Maybe everything you are facing right now, God probably approves it. Keep fighting. Here is Kolu.
Well, my purpose is to condole the entire country through the army on the loss of life in Kaduna. Is tragic, but as people of faith, as the people who believe in this country, and importantly, faith, death through Nabi and the separation of God. Shahada. We must take that one as a tragic event decided by Lord. Otherwise, it won't happen.
Glorify your name to the core, owner of the day, owner of the beginning and the head.
Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
God designed it. You know what we call that in Yoruba? Ikú Ọlọ́run ló fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. If you died because the police stray bullet killed you, maybe that's how God designed it. God loved you so much that he designed that one drunk police officer should fire his gun and come and kill and shoot you. Ọlọ́run ló fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. You are there celebrating Maulud Nabi. And then, boom, ga, awolo. And then the person who is responsible came out and he said, they are dead, you. How many are they? 156. As a people of faith, listen to me. That's how God designed it. Here you see this God, He's a very, very wonderful God and strange too. I have been I grew up where religious preachers, they will be in a way using the death in your family to praise God so that you can possibly just brace up and forget it, that maybe that's how God wants it. It was my great-grandmother, Yemi, that said, I've been noticing in what do you call it, in conversations, okay? I was just today here, like in Ijebu, Iku Ọlọ́run rẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìyẹn ni pé, may I not die the kind of death that people will see, and out of pity, they will say, maybe that's how God designed it. Here you get. And that was the moment I was like, in my life, even in my death, I won't die the death of Ọlọ́run ló fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. And that's exactly what Kolu just told them that he read. Like, you see, it's by God's design. Yeah, God can use us, and if you are going now and they say, they are going to the graduation of their daughter. And then because of the terrible road, they had an accident. And because there is no medical care in time, nowhere to take care of them in that emergency, so they die. To console the family, they will say, maybe that's how God designed it. How could God design something that is totally preventable? Then they will try to change it for you. Are people not dying in abroad? All of you always want to try to make it look like it's only in Nigeria that people are dying of road accidents. People are dying of this. People die everywhere. But do you know something? When people die anywhere, for example, here in the UK, if they die and their death, number one, they have to explain the cause of that death. Shall you understand? If somebody die on road accident, they will check the history of the car they are traveling in. They will check the speed they are traveling in. They will check the state of the road they are traveling in. So that is when they will begin to take any possible what led to it and what is to be blamed and the rest of that, so that if there is any of those cause of death that is beyond the error of the driver, maybe overspeeding, or maybe mechanical fault or something, right? If it is on the part of the infrastructure to prevent such happening again, they must say it and say, listen, you see that bend of that road? That was a dangerous bend. It must be fixed, or else there will be more crashes that could lead to death. But pending that time, you must improve on the warnings for the drivers. That's what we do here. So in Nigeria, you have terrible road that they failed to build. You have failed the medical system that could even rescue you, save your life. Accident happens, but at least there is something to save your life. That is these are the things missing. But you want to tell yourself and make yourself feel good, like, but people die everywhere too now. It's only in Nigeria that, because you want to make yourself feel better by denying the fact that they want you to be like this. And you have told yourselves that if anything leads to anything by this, definitely it is the design of God. No, it is not. It is not the design of God. What kind of God do you even serve? I'm talking to you. All of now, if you say every small thing you want to attach it, what kind of God do you serve? A magician? Abracadabra God? I need 1 million. I need 100 million naira, $100 million God like this one. Magician. Of course, you can't be that dumb to think your God is a God of magician that can do anything because your pastor said God can do anything. Like, it's a common sense thing, don't you think? You bombed people. Some people were responsible for that. What you should do by now is that if they are failing to actually give the report of those who did that within 24 hours when that happened, you would have announced the sacking of the senior military chiefs and all of them. That's what it should be. But won't you go shock you? Boko was taking picture with service chiefs who are marching and taking selfies, group pictures, in starched uniforms on the graves of Nigerians that are being killed every day. He couldn't sack them. So I'm saying, if you have government, somebody is responsible for that. And they should be held responsible for that. That is an action that says, no, God did not design it. But they are deceiving you, you are deceiving yourself, and here I am. I am the one who is possibly the problem. So I'll leave it at that. There are more that we could have spoken about today, but we'll wrap it up at that point. But remind you that, see, look at this. So they once told you that Tinubu's special probing, whatever, that they discovered 7 trillion naira of looted money. Now, it's been a while, oh. We haven't seen the 7 trillion naira they discovered from Emefiole. Nigeria is broke. All of you are going there bunker soon, oh. Yet, they still haven't told you, I mean, they still haven't tell you where they keep the 8 trillion naira or where it is located, though. They remove subsidy. And after removing subsidy, it's already 7 months. So if we ask you now, say how much they don't save from the subsidy they removed. Now, so you go become the masturbate in public. Oh, they get muscle like person will use Viagra with with kunu. And somehow, you get angry easily. Where is the money you save from the subsidy? Where is the 8 trillion naira they discovered somewhere? And all of that, which we all know is all lies. But when you buy lies, after you finish eating the lies, you will end up having to come and starve on the truth. Now, Kaduna Littlefinger is back. I told you they are already gathering, and they have a way of doing their things, okay? Apart from the fact that they are already planning to sue Tinubu for allowing the Nigeria military to bomb Biri. So, Kaduna Littlefinger, Hell Rufaya of Kaduna, is back, all for the Biri bombing. And the Daura Mane Queen, Bokoari Mumumadu, is there as usual as an effigy that everyone goes to take pictures with, okay? 7 months or less than 7 months after living the comfort of that luxury. What do you call that again, by the way? Easy life for that 8 years is already deteriorating, by the way. I just want you to know, okay? In another 6 months, somebody said that the mask will fall off. All of the plastic surgery they did for him, all of that will begin to kind of show off. Not be saying no get money. Do not think Boko Haram has no money. In your 2024 budget, 28.5 billion naira is going to be shared by 12 of them, including Boko Haram. They were the former presidents and vice presidency. You know, Ubitu Ukiwe. I think that one is the deputy to Babangida Abi. Babangida, they collect pension. Obasanjo, they collect pension. Gowon is collecting pension. Egbe Rejolantan is collecting pension. Namandi Zambo is collecting pension. Atiku Abubakar is collecting pension. What's that one that left with Bokwari? Bokwari is collecting pension. Pastor Ruga is collecting pension. In 2024, 28.5 billion naira is what will feed them. Take care of them. I hope it will be enough for the plastic surgery that managed to keep the Bokwari physically available, but mentally unavailable for 8 years. And they are back to start taking that pictures and that image. All to say the north is bleeding. Well, Tinubu returned back to Abuja after the trip to Borno. And indeed, I'm going to give you that. And I'm going to go make another tea. So when I get back, I'll take calls, okay? So we have over 2,000 of us. I always have over 2,000 of you on YouTube, right? But it's almost every night, every now and then, I have to tell them, please go and like the video now. I mean, how could you have over 2,000 people who are busy kind of networking in the comment section? Because it's a different word to all of you there in the comment section on YouTube. You do make me jealous sometimes. I feel like I could go there and start chatting too and live here. But listen, leave the comment section for a second, okay? If you haven't already liked the video, please do. So that when I get back, I will take calls. Thank you. I will be back. Call you. That's all. Really sorry there. I am a caller. You need to mute that broadcast, though. Or take it out of. I'm sorry. I'm hearing myself. That's really annoying. Please fix that and call back, okay? Here is another caller. Could that be Charles? Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mayegu, my brother. Good evening, sir.
How are you?
This is Charles on the line. I'm fine.
Oh, Charles. I saw your name. That's why I said, is that Charles? Don't think I was like kind of that genius anyway. So, how are you doing tonight, Charles?
I'm fine.
Great. Baba. Yeah, please go on.
I'm good, my brother. How is the family? I might debate from the main topic. Understand? Good. I want to have that's for my own personal observation. I stand to be corrected. I'm glad for the issue of the Dangote refinery that is coming up. Hello?
Okay.
Yes, I'm glad they say they best the first how many million barrels of crude oil for
1 million barrels
refining. Yes, for refining. But
you said you are glad that it is coming up.
Yes, okay. But I still have some sketchy observation on those things that's brought down to Nigerian problem. They say they are going to start with diesel and the other, but they're not going to for PMS. They have to take some time. I keep observing because now in Nigeria they're selling PMS 650, 700, and I know with the present exchange rate, that amount is not the real price of PMS. It's higher than that. That is to tell you that up to now, the PMS that these people has been selling for over 6 to 7 months was the PMS that they actually stored, and they paid subsidy on it in the previous government.
Okay. Well, your observation won't be far-fetched or far from truth. But go on.
That's what I'm observing. Because if not, because the present exchange rate is at 950 from the central bank, and even people that bought the fuel for like past 2-3 months, exchange rate is about 700, 800 as of then. And if you check the reprice of PMS from international market, is if you Google it, you see it's about $1.50. If you do the exchange rate on $1 to Naira, it's more than 600. It's more than 700. You've not talked about the landing costs, the cost of transportation, and you know Nigeria cannot buy goods and bring that to Nigeria and sell it for you.
That subsidy is gone, truly, and that's what they want to believe. Or do you see what you just walked out right there? Yeah, is enough for anybody who want to tell themselves the truth. That's okay. Hang on. They say subsidy is gone. All right. And if we look at all these, variations that you've mentioned, okay, definitely the landing cost for a liter of petroleum can never be 610 naira. It's impossible. Okay. So what happens to
it cannot? It
How
cannot.
come we are still buying it for 610, 700 in some places when it could be more? But they say subsidy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm with you anyway. Go on.
To me, fuel at the real price of PMS should be around 1,000 to 1,315. If actually there's no subsidy, and actually the fuel they're selling for us now is not the one they have stored.
And not the old,
if it is one they just stored, because up to now,
you started your observation from that of Dangote. Okay.
Yes, I'm going back to that of Dangote
they said it's starting operation. Then they have given it 1 million barrels of oil. So how come that the same refinery that will bring diesel, AGO, it will bring aviation fuel, it's not bringing petrol.
Yes.
Why and how?
Thank you.
That was your observation, Abi. Yeah. Emphasize.
Yes, that is what. Yes, my observation. So I'm going back to that, and the reason I will tell you now. Now, the reason why they don't want to produce PMS from Dangote now is because the recent price of PMS in Nigeria is not the real price. If he refined PMS, he cannot sell it 700, 800. He will rather take it out of Nigeria and sell it to other countries, the real price. And people will start. It's a private company. He's entitled to his profit.
But the way they talk about, the way APC talk about Dangote refinery, you think they're the one building it. But there's something I'm going to say, Charles, for the sake of our listeners, okay, and possibly help to clear that your doubt. I mean, I don't think you even have a doubt that this is a pure fraud, okay? But I will help here, right, Charles? There is no Dangote refinery. 100%, there is no Dangote refinery. Dangote refinery by name is just an arrangement by the power holders in Nigeria as a means of financial laundering of Nigeria's money. It's simple and short, okay? However, where the whole scheme, the scheme they are running, it runs so deep, that Dangote cannot profitably refine crude oil and make money. It is impossible without possible handout from the government in form of subsidy. Now, here is how a lot of people will discover and understand the fraud called Dangote refinery. Initially, they said Dangote refinery was coming to help boost the local production of petroleum and for local use to break the price. And it was going to be given regular supply of crude oil in Naira, okay? Which means they are doing everything to ensure that, you know what I mean, all the scales of cost of production that the company could bear are going to be bought by Nigeria. Do you get that now? So it could have worked with that, and they could have been more open and say, okay, yeah, this is what you get, and this is what you give it back to us for. We won't give you money, but you know what I mean? Like, but Dangote refinery is built in a way that they want to be importing crude oil. The story of bringing crude oil from Niger Delta is the sweetest part that is sellable to Nigerians. Because they said it is cheaper to bring crude oil from Brazil to Nigeria to refine than bringing it from Niger Delta. Do you get that now? So, however, others were wondering, hey, hang on, no, I've got a frozen screen, but stay on there, okay?
Oh, Bugwala ma je breakfast. Asikotoni kanuku ma je tie, ototoni. Summa bilai. Oh, Bugwala ma je breakfast.
So the whole arrangement, Baba. Now, when did they now make that announcement? Okay, a lot of people. Are you still there, Charles? Sorry. So, Charles, a lot of people a lot of people didn't know that secretly, Bokwari's government has given Dangote import license, and is the only person that they gave it to.
Yes,
that he became popular.
Yes, they gave him import license.
Do you get that? And the import license is for Dangote refinery. Why would Dangote import any fuel when he's building a refinery? Why? Why does Dangote need an import license? Why? But they kept that coded, and they kept that away from the people. So what you have right now in Nigeria is not a refinery, okay? They can turn anything on, turn the Christmas light on, turn some screen on in some room, take some pictures, okay? Start some engine somewhere. In fact, take you to the tank farms where they keep crude oil. Papa, see, crude oil and tank farm. Crude oil is like, crude oil is there under the ground for thousands of years now, Abi. So if you take it out of the ground and you put it inside a tank, is it going to go spoil?
Yes.
It's not going to spoil.
No.
So if you say your refinery is working and you are going to, in a crude oil, right? The production, when the production starts, what you extract, it will start from petroleum. That's the most valuable one of it. Petroleum. Then you extract diesel. Then you extract aviation fuel. Then you extract kerosene. Then you extract a bitumen. You see all the leftover. You know, it's almost like everything inside crude oil is money. So
everything is money.
It's money. Take 1 million barrel, publicize 1 million barrel, and then you came back 2 days later to say, "Oh, guys, you know what? Only diesel will come out for now, and the aviation fuel for now. Petrol won't come out. What will happen to that petrol inside that crude oil? They will throw it away." That's why I said there's no guarantee. Sorry, Charles, go on.
I'm telling you, I'm sorry. If just one more, I go, because in petroleum cracking and cracking distillation, 40% is PMS. 40% of it, 40.2% of it is PMS.
Okay.
That has the highest volume. You know. The next one is 25%, which is the gas. You understand? If it is the AGO.
AGO, yeah.
The diesel. So I don't know how they will going to mine their own source that, and by the people that are doing refining, they will tell you that for you to refine one particular, just one particular distance from crude oil, you are going to. Yes, so for 1 barrel of crude oil, you just want to refine only stick on AGO alone. It's going to cost you more.
That's where that's your answer. That is your answer. Everybody asking about Dangote refinery. Baba, what do you think it's going to take to batch a ship with diesel, with AGO, the aviation fuel, right? Batch them in Apapa, and then move them straight to the tank farm and put them in the tank farm. And then announce that Dangote refinery's diesel are ready. Tankers should move in.
Ready.
How hard is that? Like how hard?
That is the angle I'm seeing it, that they will be importing fuel through the thank you, my God bless you for the work you are doing.
Charles, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, guys. What Charles was talking about earlier, I actually initially thought I put that up on our screen, but I didn't. So somebody was like analyzing what it takes to refine a barrel of a crude oil and what you get from it and all that stuff. So I actually thought I put it on earlier. Meanwhile, I have that my caller who is back. Stop. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Hey, Idris, is that you?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, bro. How are you?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, thank you for everything you've been doing for the enlightenment.
Thanks,
I specifically want to speak about what happened this weekend about these our so-called Apabi only. That I think he did 60th birthday or 61st birthday. Yes, and I was just like, so this is how these politicians are. These people, they are just at the mercy of themselves. Because I can't believe that in the middle of hardship, in the middle of economic instability, I believe that the Senate president is the is it number 2 or number 3 person in Nigeria, right?
Number 3 or number 3 in Nigeria. It doesn't even make sense, but yeah, it's the 4th most powerful man in Nigeria by hierarchy.
So he had that merit to organize a birthday when just a few days Nigeria government killed at least more than 150 citizens
by mistake.
I don't just get it by mistake, and nobody is held accountable for it.
No.
I don't understand because even someone I think 2 or 3 3 days ago, one of your brokers, someone analyzed that it's very difficult to get cash. Seriously, in Nigeria now, it is very difficult to get cash. It is very difficult. Imagine you have 10,000 naira in the bank and you just walk into ATM and you want to withdraw. And ATM is saying that there's no money. Okay, you walk into the counter. They just say that okay, you can only withdraw 5,000 naira. Just imagine.
So is that the situation you have experienced yourself? Yeah.
That is. I have experienced it. And that is exactly what is happening.
You can't withdraw all you came in to take.
You can't.
So I have
exactly
even 1,000 naira, for example. So they tell me that you can only take 50.
You can't. The best thing you can do is just once you withdraw 5,000, you will just have to walk to another branch, then you withdraw another one. Just that is how it is being run currently. That is how it's being run currently. So another thing I want to talk about is I want to ask, sir, what unites us in this country? If I'm not wrong, I believe it's probably soccer or football that will unite us. Now, this evening, I think they did this African Cup of Nations or something, World Cup or this in Africa.
The best player, African.
African best player.
Best player or something, right? For CAF.
Yes. So I think Victor Osimhen and some other yes, he's from I think he's from the Eastern tribe.
A few others, yeah.
He's from Eastern tribe, and the best keeper comes from the Eastern side as well. So I went to Twitter just a few minutes ago, and I can see these Yoruba people are saying that this hasn't. They were now glorifying that this is Igbo has they brought us unity, but when it has to come about unity, you segregate them, but you are now calling them that we are one in this particular scenario. So I don't just get
fine. When it comes to football, right? People believe that we are one country, one people. And it as beautiful as that used to be, right? A lot of events today have sort of destroyed that myth. Okay, they are momentary. They're like a drug. Okay, they give you that momentary sort of a satisfaction, the relation, and all of that stuff. The moment the drug is clear, everybody goes back to their own factory settings.
Exactly. So, one of your broadcasts, I think I asked this question from you. I think earlier this year that what you this particular meaning, because I don't really understand it. That these Yoruba people, we Yoruba generally, I normally hear them saying that Igbo, they are Ajokuta Momi, Ajokuta Momi, and you explain it to me because to me, I believe
those are like banters, old banters. Don't try it today. Today, if you say it now, you can get any person very angry because you know why? Now everybody is kind of like paranoid now. But we should be grateful for those who are managing their mind in this kind of situation because everybody is going crazy now. So if you say something that we used to say to laugh about before, if an Igbo man comes and call Yorubas no, there's something they call Yorubas because we eat a lot of oil. You get that or something like that, right? So it's like oil. They can eat a whole keg of oil in our food. We kind of put lots of oil in our food as well. So that used to be funny. If an Igbo man suddenly come and call a Yoruba woman or a Yoruba man or fair man or something like that now, you go just when we say we don't get mental problem for years. They go begin history lesson. Everybody go call the man, they call the para, they call the. Sure, you understand? So things are, even though we continue to, keeping quiet is not really the option, though, Idris. It's when I tell people that, some things don't just say them anymore. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying you should understand the time has changed, okay? Things you say before, armlessly, you don't mean anything. You just say it, okay? We joke about things a lot in the past, right? Aboki, shine my shoe. Come here, come and shine my shoe. Sure you get. But nevertheless, if you try that today, it's offensive. It is.
Exactly.
You get that now, but it doesn't mean that we should keep quiet or not speak out and all that. We should be very observant. Do not be nonchalant or something. Don't feel like, we used to say that now. Okay, you understand me now? Chima, saying as though we the talker now, you go just say Chima, go just look at you like, what are you saying? And you be like, Chima, we used to joke like that now before. They say, Benny, get out of here. Say, that is the situation we are in today. You can still joke, but just make sure you study, you are around, you are observant enough to know that time has changed.
Exactly.
So Idris, you are one of my favorite brother on this platform, and you know it. You do, right? And I realized that before your story gets to Mayegu, Nigeria has happened to me again. On the issue of education and the rest of that, I got a message from you of this increment affecting you too, right?
It's really affected. It's really affected over almost 100%. I'm talking about Unilag.
So tell me about it.
Unilag.
What is the situation right there? Like, what's that?
Okay. Last year, we paid 122,000 naira. Now this year, I think I shared the PDF of the students. I mean the pay advice. I shared it with you. It is 238,000 naira. So I calculated it and I saw that it is just over 90%. And this is if I checked my Telegram, my school Telegram, everybody's just lamenting. Everybody's lamenting, and this is just it happened to everybody, both people that are supporting the Kolu and those people that are not supporting.
When you protested, they were going to review it. Didn't they review that?
They did not review anything. They did not review anything. In Nigeria now, they will just leave you at the mercy of you shouting, and they will go back to the room and they will do what they like, and nobody, if you try to protest, they'll just mark 1 or 2 people's face, and that is the end of it. A program of 5 years now is now 7 years. I think I explained it to you, sir.
I saw that.
A program of 5 years is now 7 years.
Yeah, yourself, aren't you?
Yes, I just had to go back to school after many years that I've been to. I've done my ND, so I had to go back to school. And since 2018 now, this is a program of 5 years is now going to 8 years, 8 years. COVID-19 affected, ASU strike affected a whole year.
Okay.
So it is really affecting, and
Idris.
like you normally say, everybody is going to affect. Everybody is affecting. It's going to affect, and it's really affecting.
So
a colleague of mine here a colleague of mine wants to say hi.
Oh.
So
okay.
he has been.
Okay. Go on.
Hello, Mr. Mayegu.
Hello, brother.
It is really great. It's really great speaking with you today. It's a great privilege. As a matter of fact, so we cherish the job you've been doing because we get the truth, the naked truth about the happenings in this country. That's what we get from you, and as a matter of fact, it's going to change a lot of things. It's going to change a lot of things.
Let's hope so.
You know, it's so unfortunate that here when you speak the truth, they go after you. I know. It's so unfortunate. When you open up and tell them the truth, they go after you. But we can't live without the truth.
Of course we can't.
We just can't live without truth. There's no way we can survive without.
I can do the job on your behalf. I can do all the talking on your behalf and everything. But to make it work is to know that people actually are taking these messages in. Is when you hear the clarion call that says, "O ye the people, rise and take back what is yours." Then nobody should push back. That's the purpose of all these messages, where you have a reason to stand up and fight. You get that now? Don't say I want to. That nobody is fighting for anyone in this situation we are in now. But when we are fighting side by side, right, there is a chance, okay, that we are going to win. So when you hear that call, we want a generation that is not giving excuses. And I will be so grateful that one day, like you said, this will make sense. And the only way to make it make sense is when people like yourself, students whose future are being sort of, gambled away, and they don't care. This is the real world. Now, when you begin to have a reason why you have to stand up yourselves, if you want to take my future, then you are taking my life. You should rather just take my life then. Okay. Now, when you begin to have that kind of courage, mentality, and reason, one day I will probably be holding your hand, you will be holding mine, and we'll be at the trenches, forming a line, fighting for the same thing. I kind of fulfill that.
Exactly.
God bless you. Thank you so much. Idris, what I'm going to do now...
He's my Igbo brother. He's my Igbo brother. He's my Igbo brother. He's my Igbo brother.
I don't know why, but it's all right, So...
no, for security reasons, he's my Igbo brother. He's my Igbo brother, and I love him very much. So I'm really nice.
Bless you. Now, Idris, about your school, okay? I think I didn't read the whole message. Did you say you've paid some, or you are still kind of?
No, I've gathered. I gathered some. So I didn't even expect that he's going to get to do that.
What you're going to say next, okay? Because what I'm about to ask you now, okay, you should be very, very careful before you answer that. All right. So, how much do you have left to balance up when it comes to this your school fees? How much?
As for now, I have almost 155,000 naira now. Now 155,000
naira. So what we're going to do is this, okay? The moment you drop this call, right? I want you to type that your account details, okay? Put it in that comment section on YouTube. Somebody is going to give you the money this evening, okay? Or hopefully somebody will do. So do that before the next 40 minutes. And I can ask people to do that. And then stay on there to let me know when the money is complete, okay? So that it's not over. I'm going to go to the next one. So Idris, take it easy. And
thank you very much, sir.
Okay? Good one. I want you, brethren, who have always been that kind of, you know what I mean? When you are looking for 150,000 naira, isn't that £100 or how much? $120 or $150, right? So I'm going to put the details on that screen. I don't have money. I don't have naira. I don't have bank accounts in Nigeria, but I guess I could bank on you. For those of you who probably wouldn't mind, I'm not going to have to mention your name, okay? But I want us to do that for a brethren in the temple tonight. Let's just call it those one-off, okay? Meanwhile, the line is still pretty much opened. And for those of us who are still here with us tonight, please remember, if you are one of those over 2,000 brethren currently on the YouTube, right, and you haven't really taken a break, like, go back under that video and then like the video, then that means there's something you haven't done, and that is pay your offering. It's as simple as that. I will be grateful. So I'm waiting for Idris to put out that detail. When he does, okay, it may take us another 10-15 minutes to make that happen. I would probably love to, see that that is done, concluded before we leave the program tonight. So here we go. Hello there. I actually thought I got you. Did I? Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now. Did you call and drop the phone and went on with something else or something?
No.
It was like you are answering
I've been here all the while.
Oh, okay, I'm coming. That's me. The African Wahala. How are you, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm doing very well, my brother.
Great. Please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being a blessing to our brother Idris. Thank you so much for that assistance, and I trust the great people of the Temple of Truth will come through for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to bank on them because I need this. When I saw the message, I was like, okay, I won't get money until end of the month, but I need this. I want it now. So there will be people that will handle that. So yeah, thank you. The African Wahala.
Yeah, thank you. Please. Yes, sir. I just wanted to touch quickly on you spoke about the value of the South African stock exchange, comparing that
economy and the population to match. Nigeria is just unreal. Go on, Baba.
Yes. You also spoke about how people love making themselves happy by lying to themselves.
Yes.
So it's a psychological way of feeling good, of being delusional and being comfortable in your delusions. And a lot of people do that. You remember that young lady from Netherlands that rode across Nigeria?
Yes.
God bless her. I hope she got to Abuja safely. Nigerians, the liars, the same category of people that would tell us that Nigeria has the largest economy in Africa. South Africa can stand next to Nigeria.
Honestly speaking.
They are the same people that would say that Dutch lady traveled across Nigeria safely. She wasn't kidnapped, so Nigeria is safe. And these are the people that we have to deal with. But I want people to understand that it's just a psychological trick that they play on themselves. And they try to manipulate us as well into believing that people die everywhere in the world. So why you keep on complaining that people are dying in Nigeria? Don't listen to them. They are liars. They are no different from these politicians that we're all fighting against. And then finally, I wanted to mention about the huge number of people that are going out in December for Christian crusades. You have Shiloh, I saw a video out of TBS in Lagos with like 500,000 people.
Experience is called. It's a Christian concert, kind of, right?
Yes. And I was just wishing that at some point, something will spark in the minds of the people, and just half of that population would stand up and march straight to the governor's office and ask him to step out. If that ever happens, man, that would be the beginning of the revolution. Thank you so much, my brother Mayegu. Thank you for what you do, brother.
Thank you to the African Wahala and for all the support behind the scenes. So thank you, Baba. You have a good one. The African Wahala. Remember, the line is still very much open. And I don't know if it is the network of Nigeria or something. I would expect Idris to have dropped that details by now, but he hasn't. So we'll wait while we continue to take in more contributions from people.
The line is still very much. Hello?
Hey, hello, sir.
Hello, my good general.
Yes,
This is Oladapo in Washington, D.C.
Sir, DP. Okay, I'm going to say Oladapo from Washington, D.C. Are you a first-time caller, or is this sound so familiar?
Many times. This should be my third or the fourth.
It's just been a while, right?
Yeah.
It has been a while.
Wow. Number one,
sir.
Honestly, I will say thank you for the great job.
Thank you.
You know, I discovered that our people don't want the truth, and that's it. If average youth could listen to this and take actions, I think by now things would have been getting better.
See?
But they don't just, when they listen to it, maybe they don't react on it, or they don't think about it. They just felt, oh, let that guy be talking, whatever. See, if Kolu could go to that extent right in front of honorables, or let me say president of different countries, and be lying, and nobody could say this is
nonsense.
This is nonsense. And he could go ahead and say, oh, George, they defected you and you accepted. What he could not do, please keep reminding him that he does not win that election.
He never won it.
Never, yeah.
I mean, he could have seen. Papa, you know what I told people? I said, people cannot just sit down and be like, listen, we are not stupid, okay? You said you are doing an election, and the result will be uploaded live, okay? Let's say Tinubu get all of this power and everything, Abi. Why didn't they just let all those votes come in? That if they had announced and let everything go the way it was, he could probably still win. I'm just saying now, let's say he could probably still, he could probably still win. But they didn't do that. They planned to rig from the primary go. There was no time for election. They planned to rig and force their way in. And we saw it. And today, he has no legitimacy. And we can tell why. Go on, sir.
He might come out and keep parading himself as a president in Nigeria. But average people that knows the truth knows that Tinubu, he did not win. And before the election, he said it, steal it, grab it, do this,
and run with it.
He said it. And up till now, we still have the video.
Yes.
And the day he was talking in Abeokuta, I remember he said it. Adibu. Amawole. That is whether the election was conducted or not, whatever, he is going to be the president. He believes so much in the back door that he's using. He has used it right from his childhood and up to that time. And see, Marigo, I'm sorry to say this, for those who will get angry. Yoruba, all this, one of my daughter here, we always see, with all this upbringing, normal upbringing that you people have, you still have people that is not trustworthy as your leader. So, Kiwa ni bubu wala tem baka. Almost 11 years, long song. 11 years ago.
When we're growing up, they told us,
God bless you, my brother.
They told us specifically to stay away from drug dealers, drug users. They told us to stay away from anybody that is unclean, with unclean hands. When did that change, sir? Please, when did that change? That everybody is now telling us that we should defend a drug dealer. We should defend somebody who no go school forged certificate. So your child is right. 11-year-old child.
If they could do that, it shows that we are just pretenders. We Yorubas are pretenders. And see, I don't even pity them again. If you see good and you call it bad, wait, the nemesis is coming. And if you see bad, you call it true. Wait, the time is coming. If all they could do was just after our son, our person, now he is there, what has he done to benefit them? All those fools that are shouting and he said, let his time favor me and my family. Kilo to favor me.
No can favor one thing. Make this shege favor me and my family. Then insane.
This guy that came out that you just asked people to donate for. Now, see, most of those students that was shouting up and down then, hey, this is our person. He was a governor in Lagos. When he was, what did he do?
Exactly.
See, people don't face reality. And once you don't face reality, you will always bounce back to them.
We were all here, Baba. Yes. See, when you go to Niger, you spend time in Lagos. Is that not that same Lagos? See, Papa, we are here. Somebody is saying Tinubu build Lagos. See, fine. Say, is that not the same Lagos that we are here? Is that something anybody can beat his chest and say
You
actually a standard place to live.
You live in
Let's be honest now.
You live in Ilupeju while you're in Nigeria. I live in Agege. Yeah. I was in Agege. I stayed in Agege, satellite town. I'm part of Ipako. So there's nothing somebody can tell me about Tinubu that I don't know.
Yes, you can't. Now we are here. They have changed the whole story, changed the whole narrative. And a lot of us who are now saying, is it not the same Tinubu? Is it not the same Lagos? They are calling us Somali and the rest of that.
Many of them do call me that. I'm not bothered. They call me that. I'm not bothered. But my own is that. My own is that my genuine issue. When the time comes, let's just let them be. Yeah. See, this will affect a lot of them. If that guy could come out and tell us what is going on in their school, I went to Polytechnic Ibadan. It will affect all schools in Nigeria. Check what it affects. Like that. If you do send 50,000 to your parent at home before, can 50,000 buy them anything now?
Absolutely not.
This is just the beginning. Let's start watching. They will come back to you and tell you. Yeah, we will keep watching from afar. And this time we will now be able to tell them. Most of the fools are here. They are in diaspora. They see what is going on. This Tinubu, they are saying, stays in Bowie. When he left Chicago, he stays in Bowie. Bowie is just about 35 to 45 minutes here from DC.
From DC. Wow.
This is the way things are being done. So that is what he's doing at home. No. Only few are fed properly back home with I want to work across the Colombo.
And now which what is the anyway. That is when they say Yoruba Lokon, he was talking about his own caucus. It's our turn now. They are Yorubas, okay, it's our turn. Meanwhile, the Yorubas who are thinking it's gonna probably benefit them. I don't even know where that came from anyway. Let's be honest, okay? And let us also be very fair, sir. Right? Let's be fair to those who rejected them. We know nobody, they didn't really win per se, okay? Even in Lagos, people stood up and they rejected him, all right? But now let's come back to those who are blackmailing others. There is a Yoruba man. Do you want me to shake it? Now they are realizing that when they say Yoruba Lokon, they are not talking about you. They're not talking about your children. They're not talking about your infrastructures and all of that. They're talking about themselves. When Tinubu said he would build $1 trillion economy, he wasn't talking about Nigeria economy. He was talking about the economy of his friends. If they can manage to mop up $1 trillion in the name of Nigeria in 8 years, his friends will be living large for the rest of their lives.
Exactly.
But the rest of Nigeria, you pay the debt for the rest of your generation or generations.
Of course, that's what they need to understand. That is what they need to understand. Somebody needs to be talking to their brain and let them know the reality. They are living in denial.
Amen.
Most of them, that's what they are doing. Don't worry, it will be better. God will come down. Just imagine somebody could see one and
give him time. Have you met those ones that will tell you give him time?
Give him time. That was one of my mechanics that said so, that I should give him time. I was just looking at him. No problem.
Let's give him some time.
And the guy lives in US here, and he was the one telling me we should give him time in Nigeria. I was just looking at him. No problem. The end will justify the means. Let's wait and see. When the time comes, we'll see what will happen.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's a pleasure, my brother.
For adding that. Okay. My regards to everyone. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And you too.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So that's a caller from Washington, D.C., Sir Oladapo. I have another caller who is also like a Sir Jejema, the Prince. Put it that way.
Yes, Baba. Yes, Baba. This is Prince Jejema representing IPOB for live, Baba.
How are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, my Tucano mic. I'm very, very fine.
Give me 1 second, the Prince. I don't know what happened to Idris. As Idris dropped the details, because I want to put it out and I want to confirm that we have been able to cover, even though, there are so many of you who are also in Unilag, who are fans of Mayegun's Diary Politico. I am so sorry that I wish I could just set up a fund, okay, that you can access, if you need any little support for your school and all that. But that would be ambitious of me. So, but for tonight, I want to ensure that one of us, that is pretty much very much vocal, gets this headache off his chest. tonight. So Idris, I haven't seen your details. So, but Prince Judgment will continue now, please.
Yes, Baba, that is a nice one. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Baba, I want to talk about this Aso Rock Clinic.
Oh, did you see that? Old Rock.
Baba, I saw it. You know, they only showed us a picture. We didn't see video.
Go on.
Now Photoshop, Baba. If you look at him very well, all those medicine for chef there. Resemble like chemist when I know. It resemble chemist when I know.
Really?
All that is now Photoshop, Baba. They don't show us one video.
Prince Judgment. It's just that it's probably like they have to put all of them up for that photo shoot. Where say they go shoot the photo, make and look say that they use per se. I get your drift. You go on. Because Boko was sick. He never used them. Aisha came out and she said there was no paracetamol inside the place. But that place can't look like this your King's Hospital in London. Where is the paracetamol? So I get where you're coming from. So yeah, go on.
Yes, Baba. If you believe it, APC, if you believe them, if you doesn't believe APC, then say hello, Baba.
I know that. I don't say what Prince Judgment is trying to say is that you know.
The more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see. The more.
Yeah, that's what Prince Judgment is trying to say. But Prince, continue, please.
You see, Baba, I want to talk about this soldier, Boko Haram soldier bombing.
The mistake bombing of Kaduna. Everybody is angry right now, like say it never happened before. Yeah.
The deliberate mistake bombing for Kaduna. You see, they are telling us that they are making mistakes.
Use deliberate and mistake at the same time. You know, say mistake is like you didn't do it intentionally. Deliberate means you did it intentionally. But in your own sentence, in one word, it's a deliberate mistake.
Deliberate mistake.
I want to hear more. Go on.
Yes. You see, that we believe they said a mistake. That one. We want to ask Nigerian army, that Boko Haram army, the one at Lekki toll gate that they are shooting. We saw them shooting close range. To people in the crowd. Is that one? That one is a mistake?
They said that one not at all.
Is it not deliberate shooting?
It was deliberate.
Be that one? Is that one Nigerian army? Oshibona that watch my Egu program. The one I shoot for Lekki toll gate. What did they shoot on our children? Destiny. Share that one na mistake.
Ask them.
You see my why they touch this thing be say Nigeria until they know say Nigerian people stand up, no say Nigeria is not for them. They will continue to this bombing will continue. This one are for forest. Very soon they will mistake throw one for city.
Hey,
is you understand me? Yes, now very soon they will throw one mistakenly.
Because they don't ask them now. See, these people they ask them, say, how come they don't do mistake drop bomb in the war road? How come they don't do mistake drop bomb in Onitsha? How come it's only in their own place? So are they asking the military to do quota system bombings now? I'll be waiting. Everybody get their own quota. It don't make sense now. Continue, Prince.
My gonna madness everywhere. I see that one where they shout $1 million. $1 million. I mean, $100 million. That one where they craze already. If they give $100 million, wait, no be saying as a psychiatrist, now you go to sleep for they go share them for bed for one psychiatrist.
And you remember that song? What be that song again that says start to the craze because we got something to see this craze. You remember that song?
Na face.
Yeah, so Grace could just have to become like, you know, a professional. Go on.
My ego make I tell Nigerian people because they need the sea front. The only back and they see.
Yeah, Kolomenta. Somebody don't tell me the title of that music. Kolomenta.
I want show them. I want show them country where they near close to them. Togo, Ghana, Benin Republic, where around us, all these small countries, don't hear say mistaken bombing that happened there. Now they ask
some of them
Nigerian
no
people.
get plane, no. More would be honest. Sure, you know, say some of them no even get plane. Where they go say their country plane. Some of them be see, the army be like the army be like a Boy Scout for Nigeria. Some of these countries, so they know if some of them they get you don't see where country we say the whole country get to armor personnel carrier. You see that that way they carry that tank. You know that tank.
Yes.
I don't go lie. You. Benin Republic no even get a place they don't even get tank or something. Which one don't get tank among them? But
why
I get your drift. Continue.
They no need tank now because
they don't need them, so they don't feel
themselves. Country they peaceful. Where did they need tank for? Do you understand? Why we had to get every year with a buy tank? We say then they deliberately they create insecurity and hunger, and they know say people go react, so they need to buy more Tucano jets and more tanker, so that if you react, they will come use that one, come stand for your face. You understand? That is the only reason, because we are not fighting war. Why are they spending the highest budget in defense? The only fight
that Nigeria is not fighting war, Prince Jejeman. See the amount of people where they kill for Nigeria every day by these terrorists.
Citizens they kill. Now that one now war.
Okay, I get you. No, say Nigeria they fight war, but
ethnic cleansing and internal massacre. Now they go on. Do you understand?
I deal with you.
It's state-sponsored terrorism. That's why Biafra won't go. That's why Oduduwa won't go. That's why Middle Belt won't go. Everybody is tired of this Fulanization agenda of Ruga for colony in every part of Nigeria by force, by thunder, by fire. You understand? That's the reason why. That's the reason why we have to recruit Boko Haram into all our armed forces, so that we can martialize Fulanization by force, so that many people that die, it doesn't matter. The air commodore that came to on the channels, they since then that he spoke to us, telling us that these people, their terrorism are taking us 60 years backward. Since that time, they pursue that one, enter house.
And now you are talking about that retired Commodore Taiwo.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Then T.Y. Danjuma, that one came and told us after they kill his people to stupor. He came out and was telling us that the army is colluding. The army is colluding. But because of his oil well, that one don't enter house. Oil well for Biafra land. He don't enter house. They don't pursue and enter. Since that time, do you hear him speak again? He's quiet.
Silence.
He's quiet because of his oil well. He doesn't want to lose it. Are you getting me? And our religious leaders, our pastors, everybody are cool with their private jets. They are cool with their tithe and offering. Nobody is ready to tell these their massive mega members to come out that Nigeria is the witches and wizards that is holding their destiny. No, there's no demon anywhere.
Tell them.
UK, America. Demon, they fly everywhere. Where are they now holding them? All the demon in the whole world is in Nigeria, casting and banding every day, Monday to Sunday. We are doing deliverance, deliverance, family deliverance. Still, Nigeria is getting worse and worse. Martin Luther King did not tell anybody. He's a reverend pastor. He did not tell anybody about demon. The demon that he are holding the blacks in America. He came out, march out all his mega members. They were magistrates until there is a change. The government do the right thing. Now criminals are in Aso Rock, destroying the destiny of our children and of unborn children. Borrowing our destiny away, and you are telling me that is demon demon is in the church. People should come for deliverance. What other demon is stronger than the one in Aso Rock with the past Buhari and this irreparable damages of Jaga bandits? Which other demon is more than this? We are seeing physical demon. We are talking of the one we did not see anywhere.
We are scared of the one we don't see, but the ones we can see physically, we can't even recognize them.
We are eulogizing them, you know. So what I'm saying, my good general, is that our people should know that Nigeria is not for them. Break up Nigeria and you have your life back like nearby country.
How many times we did tell you that Nigeria is not for you?
Chicken
How many times? Tell them.
Chicken now. Nigeria is for terrorism, Fulani terrorism. That's what Nigeria is now. Thank you, my good general.
God bless you. You have a good one.
You.
The prince.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you.
Me. So, thank you very much. Even though Idris said he's been having problem sending his details, okay? Usually, right? I would have asked the Yoruba Union to fill in that gap, but I could do this live here, right? Now, there are so many of you who have some of this money in your bank in Nigeria. You need to help me fill that up, okay? This Naira, before they further devalue it for you, all right? Before we go, we've got, can you imagine, we've only got about 12 more minutes. It didn't send the details in time, but hopefully, one of you, brethren, you will respond, and then you will make the evening of Idris for me tonight. So I'm asking you to help me, help Idris. And I want the result before we leave the program tonight, okay? So if you happen to watch this video later and you are seeing these details on your screen, please don't use it. Don't send money to it. I want to do this while we are live, okay? So, and if you are seeing the video as a replay, recorded, you see these parts, do not start sending your money to it. I want to do it live on the program. And I want to confirm that it's done. And when it is done, that is it. So Idris, you need to, I don't know what it is right now in Nigeria, and I don't know how it's going to be like, right? But I want you to stay close to your phone, okay? Because you are the only one who can tell me if anyone has responded to that public SOS. So please, everyone, sorry for keeping you waiting there. I have a caller that I didn't take your call in time. And it is that Charm? Is that you? Hello. Somebody forgot that they are calling Mayegun, I believe. So thank you so much to every one of you who is going to probably pick up their phone right now and be like, okay, I'm going to give him 50K. Or I'm going to give him 20K. So I'm going to give him 10,000. I'm going to give him 2,000. It doesn't matter. I'm so grateful to everyone who turns up, okay? And at the end of the night, right, the house will take care of the rest. It doesn't really have to be like, you know, doesn't have to be like a yes. But I don't want it to be a rainfall too, like a lemon.
Hello, Michael.
Okay. Charm, I thought I got you the first time, but I didn't. Or probably
actually, but
how are you, ma?
I didn't realize that you picked up. In fact, I actually thought you were not even going to pick up. I was about to turn around.
You were looking at time and feel like, oh, maybe it's not going to take it anymore. Oh, no. I'm begging people for money for Idris tonight, so I don't think I've got much options than to stay a bit more, okay? And it's to our advantage, too. I can speak to you right now, which is good for me. So, Charm, please.
Okay. So, just a quick one, maybe like even an observation, because I think most of the people who have called have actually spoken, you know, my mind, really.
Most of what you had in mind, right? Okay.
Exactly, especially with regards to Akpabio's 61st birthday. When I saw that, I was like, and I looked at the stadium, all the people in that stadium, and I was like, are we really going to have a revolution, for goodness sake? Look at the number of people that were in that stadium.
But don't forget, most of them are paid to be there too, remember? 1,000, 2,000 naira.
You know what? At this point, I don't even care if people are paying you to show up, right? Collect the money, because in actual fact, that money belongs to you. That is your money, okay? Collect that money, go to that place and embarrass this man. But we don't do that. he saw them clapping, what they call this, and I was like and the man was running around the whole place,
dancing for
singing,
him,
and I was thinking
for him.
And I was thinking to myself, why is this man running like he has achieved anything? This is a criminal, who in any logical sane society should actually be in prison.
He should be in jail.
The kind of prison he should be in jail. The kind that you lock them up, you throw away the key because what they've done is too much. Okay, so you have him there running, acting like he's a statesman who has achieved so much. All you've achieved is criminality.
Absolutely.
You could achieve criminality.
Saying, don't talk like that. Do you know what happened when he was governor? He changed Akwa Ibom. In fact, he did a lot of things. I was like, look at us. Because
he did a lot of things.
It is when we see them with these physical structures that they are building to entertain themselves and the rest of that, they always remember and say, well, he did so well, so he deserves it. He deserves to, come on. I mean, in his time.
I think the part of the problem that we have is that we don't ask deep questions like, did this person add any kind of value? So he built structures, and then what? What kind of value did those structures add to you? Did they make a difference in your life?
Absolutely.
Did they make a difference from your point A to point B? There's no value is adding. It's just a structure that serves to, tell himself that he has done something, whereas he has actually done nothing.
Exactly.
To make himself feel good. That's Akpabio, and that's the people that decided to attend his 61st birthday. Shame on them, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care if they collected money.
I mean, they probably would. I mean, how much money would they need to give to them? From, somebody who shared 250 billion naira just like 2-3 weeks ago or thereabout, right? So,
well, the thing is, how much are they going to do? And I think the problem that we have, because a lot of people say, like, I don't know whether it was Idris or somebody before him said, oh, when did this happen to us? That Yoruba people, were not like this. We had value.
Yes, now from Washington, D.C. Yes, it was like, wow, why did Yoruba come to this? Yeah, go on.
I feel like, it's not a problem of our generation. It's actually a problem of the generation before us. When they decided to acquiesce, when criminals came and they did not stand up against those criminals, right? They came home to tell us children that, oh, don't become a nini, don't do bad things, don't do this, don't do that, don't do the other, right? But when it came to actually telling their peers who they knew that were criminals, they didn't do that.
They didn't.
They didn't do that, and that is what we're suffering from now. That our cowardice, or the cowardice of the people before us, and maybe to some extent even our own cowardice as well. Because how many of us will turn away from people who we know have clout, who have wealth, and who have, status? Can we beat our chest and say,
can turn away from
exactly? So that's the problem.
From the loss of this bloody wealth or something. How many people can genuinely turn away? I started this program with give a man power. Charm. You remember I said, when I started this program, I said, if you want to test a man, give him power, and you will get to know who he is. So it's the same thing as money.
No,
if you want to test a man,
just give him some wealth.
Now I'm talking about their money here now, not even like generally. Now I'm talking about their wealth, their conditional and questionable wealth. Okay? That a lot of us could really turn away, but how many of us?
How many of us would do it? We have a lot of problems. Do you understand? And I don't even think it even serves us any good purpose if we start like, oh, when did this happen? The question is, you as an individual, are you able to tell the person next to you who you know is a criminal to get lost, and that in spite of all that he's presenting and in spite of everything that he's trying to give to you, that you can walk away? So we need to be asking ourselves those kind of.
Hello, Charm, you there?
Hello, this is my Sam, right?
Oh my goodness! I think I just lost Charm there, and I got somebody else in. I'm so sorry there, Charm, in case you're still watching. But can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. This is my first time to call you.
You are calling from Chicago, Illinois. I'm so sorry, right? Please, your name, if you don't mind, sir, or ma'am.
My name is My name is Festus.
Festus, okay, that's fair. How are you? Your first timer? And where are you calling from, if I may ask?
I'm calling from Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, from Chicago. You probably would have gotten so much entertained when we were talking about the Chicago State University, right?
Every day, sir. Every day.
Right. It's a pleasure to have you on.
When I drive past, yeah. Well, sometimes when I drive past Chicago State University down there in the south side of Chicago,
yeah,
I usually remember.
Like you have that PTSD of everything Tinubu and everything going on around there.
Exactly.
Like, oh, damn it, man.
Exactly.
God damn it, man. I can tell. So, firstly, Baba, it's such a pleasure to have you. First time caller, and I'm so sorry that it's happening at the late hour of the broadcast, but we'll still do it. We will do it. Please, sir.
No, as a matter of fact, yeah, I know you're almost rounding up. Although I'm going to still watch the replay though, but I didn't start with you, so I just joined in right now.
Thank you.
So I'll still go and watch the replay again, but I don't like missing all your.
You don't want to fair enough, Baba.
At all. So I mean, I want to thank you for everything that you do, and I understand. You know, when I was in Nigeria, I came to the US 2010. When I was in Nigeria, you know, when you are a player in the field, you will never be able to tell where the fault is. Except you come out on the field and you look back and say, you actually come out from this country.
More.
Yeah. So I was actually in this kind of system. Man, I was like, no, unbelievable.
Like you ask yourself, how did I even survive in that place? Have you ever asked yourself that? Like,
exactly.
wait, let's be honest, though. 2010, when I was in Nigeria, I left. How did I even survive that country for this 30 years or 40 years of my life?
I'm like, what? It's like I'm sitting on the long thing. People don't understand what they mean by that. This is I've been sitting on the long thing for a while. You know, I came here, I've been through a lot, I've been to surgery and all that kind of, you know, I mean, if it was in Nigeria, I know I wouldn't be able to survive it. But thank God that, the society respect human life.
Some people won't even understand, like people who are not in your shoes, okay? They won't understand what you meant by what, you know, what you just said, like, is that not the same place they born you? I mean, come on. Don't let us talk like that. They don't understand that right now where you are at this stage, at this stage of your life and what you have experienced of what a society really works like. You can no longer imagine when things that are simple things, basic amenities of life that you take advantage of today, if they are no longer there, you can't imagine what life will be like. That's what they don't understand. When you go to Nigeria and you have to live in that darkness, you have to be worried about police with their guns. You have to worry about criminals who are going to kind of bully you. Or you don't have to worry about those where you are now every day of your life. So if you now tell people that, I don't think I will survive in Nigeria in a year, they don't understand what you mean. They don't.
If I go to work and leave my door for 1 month or 1 week, nobody will come to my door and open the door.
See?
Even I'll leave it unlocked. Nobody will ever go there. I mean, you feel so safe, you feel relaxed, you park your car outside, you're not scared that somebody's going to vandalize it, even though there's no fence around the whole house, you know? So, I mean, it's just unbelievable how
understand that all these simple things, right? They help keep your mental health in check, in shape, for you to be able to do other things by yourself. Or Niger?
No.
Survivor mentality.
As a matter of fact, I was just like, okay. I say, okay, you know what? I'll be scared from people who are living there. And I'm like, don't go out. Like I will go out. I mean, because of what you see. They don't see all that. That's the funny thing.
What do you mean I shouldn't go out? Like, what do you mean?
Yes.
What do you mean I should be careful? I mean, Nigeria, in US, if somebody says, I should be careful, nobody tells me to be careful in the US because I want to go out, right?
No, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. out there, no problem.
You know?
No problem. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. you're out there. It's not normal. Nigeria is just a sitting time bomb for today.
I know.
Yeah, but I can't understand how human beings behave like that. I don't understand.
I know.
As a matter of fact, no.
Thank you. Okay, thanks a lot.
I say I appreciate it. And Mr. Maego, it's nice to hear your voice. And as a matter of fact, I know you usually call Festus Keyamo. You used to mess up with you used to mess up his name. I said, because of me.
Tell me, go on. Say it. Say it, sir.
I said, because of me, don't twist the name or don't twist Festus to like my name.
Okay. Now, you know one thing, right? You know something. You know, they say if you have somebody who is a legend at a club, right? Out of respect, you could rest the number of their jersey. Like say, oh, you know what? Nobody should wear that anymore.
Right.
No, for your sake. And it's a very much regular of the temple. You have publicly requested and it's granted. So we won't use frosters, Otobo, Yabo.
It's exactly.
You don't like that.
The funny thing is that my last name. The funny thing is that my last name is Itubo.
How even can make it more complicated, Abi? See,
I'm actually met in Lagos.
Right. See, people contacted me and they said, Mayegun, I love your program so much, okay? But you know something? I don't like when you use that, Ungosiari, Nikari. I'm Ungosi. I don't like Buhari. I was like, let's be honest. I know you are Ungosi. I know you are Neka, okay? But would you agree with me?
I'm not offended.
I said, would you agree with me that there are Neka and Ungosis? Okay, in Igbo land that are APC member and they are defending Buhari. Say, it's true. I said, you see, I didn't just make that. But what I'm going to do is that every time I mention those names, Abi, just know I'm not talking about you, not you, because you don't like Buhari.
No,
like, okay,
I'm not offended. I'm not offended.
No, I know you are not. I'm just kind of making it more broader, right? Like.
I usually laugh when you say it.
I know.
I'm going to call my name again.
I'm going to find my way around.
No, as a matter of fact, no problem. You do your thing. I will feel relaxed. No.
Eventually,
you don't hold back. No hold back.
I know.
No hold back. Do your thing. Do your thing.
It's what makes us
with the boldness. That's
remember.
The boldness and the charisma. That's the attraction. I just saw on your, I was scrolling down YouTube one of those days, like, I like somebody who is saying the truth. Without looking back, without scared. You're not even scared at all. You're not no.
We have defeated fear because what will happen, okay?
No. The person go talk, you die. Person go talk, you die.
Like themselves, right? I will know what my favorite will like. So let's be honest with ourselves. Let's use this freedom when we have it until we don't. Sure, you get. So that's why I told all of our friends who are also, my brothers and sisters abroad too. Like, listen. You see, we have it's like a freedom. It's a privilege. Before now, you don't know you have a life of privilege. Okay? But when you compare your life with those in Nigeria, it's a life of privilege. Do not use that life and that freedom to defend the criminals that led all of us to become foreigners, immigrants in foreign lands. Okay, when you are in that place and comfortable, just consider it as a privilege. Use it. To contribute to liberating those who have no chance of being where you are right now. But when you are free in America, rich in America, your family is safe and everything is fine in Canada, and you are saying that those who are destroying Nigeria are doing their best, they should give them time. You are their enemies, and we should call you out. So that's one thing people should remember. First of all, so yeah.
As a matter of fact, thank you very much. And also, I heard when you mentioned your name to say OG, right?
And now they say that they call me MOG now, like instead of like
MOG.
It's the MOG.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know why? Let me tell you something. It's actually a good one, though. It's a good one, though, right? You see, they say in Nigeria right now they call their pastors and they call them men of God or man of God. And then somebody said, listen, you be OG, overseer general, right? And you also Mayegun. Mayegun, overseer general. You be our own OG.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a man of God, I'm a child of God. Okay, I'm supposed to be a man of God.
Right.
I'm a man, right? But I'm also MOG. Firstly, sounds good. Like, it's called wordplay. Thank you
very much. Thank you very much for your time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless, sir.
You have a good one, sir.
All right.
And that's a pleasure talking to Festus there from, However, from Chicago, he said. So thank you so much. I haven't heard from Idris, and I think I'm kind of will be rounding up in a minute or two. Let's check with Idris. So Idris, how are you? If you are still watching, okay? If you are still watching, please let me know if my people have decided to, not be nice to anybody tonight. So I will understand, and I can always ask, I can always ask privately for people to help me fill that bank for you, okay? So thank you to every one of you. I have to say, indeed, we've had a lot of ground covered tonight. So remember, your own gift to me, okay, is to go under that broadcast and like the video, okay? And if you have done that already, that's great, okay? And for those of you who have reached out to Idris, that is probably never going to see until later, okay? That's great too. Thank you to every one of you. God bless you, okay? For everybody who has managed to reach out as well, okay? I pray God replenishes you too, okay? And we hope that we won't have to keep raising funds for, okay, I mean, that's not a prayer or anything to hope on. There will be many, many, many more in this coming year that are going to cross our path seeking support, help. Because you see that next year, they go tough, they go tight. And when we say it's ideal to make people understand it. And those of us who do understand, sometimes everybody wants to fold up and close up and say, no, I don't want to give my money to anybody. I understand. It's already affecting Nigeria, in case if you don't know. All those remittances that we normally send to Nigeria, all those projects we normally embark upon, all of you that normally go home at Christmas time and the rest, people are still going to Nigeria for holiday. Don't get me wrong. People are still sending money to Nigeria, but you know something that has changed. People are no longer bringing in their major money to Nigeria anymore. I'm talking about Nigerians who are abroad. Why would you want to go and put your money in a place that in a year or so you'll be encouraged to sell them off, or you'll forget them, or they will be demolished or destroyed? Nigeria has no good signal to make us feel like we want to be there. Normally, December is the time that Nigerian Naira always gain weight. Weight. Like person will go holiday, go spend holiday with great grandma in the village, came back from the holiday and they become so like, stocked up. They have been fed so much. They have not been disturbed and they have been sleeping as long as they wanted. And they come back and they're like, look like they are so overfed. That's how Naira look like every December, because that's the time a lot of people go back home. I'm serious. A lot of time. But these days, a lot of people are beginning to say, you know what? I'll just send something to people. I'm not going. And you know why people are not sending anything that is major to Nigeria anymore other than to pay the bills? Pay school fees for people, pay house rent, send money for food, send money for house rent, and the rest of that. That's what majority of people are doing now. Sending money to Nigeria. You see that bailing of Nigeria, bailing them and bailing the economy. Even we, where they are abroad, no get trust in Nigeria. They're going to tell you that they look for foreign investors. Foreign investors to bring their money to Nigeria, and you believe them. If those who are Nigerians don't trust Nigeria to bring their money in, the investors are bringing in. Anyway, I have what do you call? Okay, Idris says, thank you. I have to say thank you to all of you. So Idris just told me now that he has gotten 73,000 naira. Thank you. Even though not 200,000 I asked for. Okay, I'll go look for that comment again. I'm going to spend another 5 minutes. So I'm going to ask everyone to still help me reach out to Idris, okay? I want something substantial. You don't have to give me 200,000, okay? Where's that details again? Did anybody save that? Go Riada. So what I mean is that we could do better, okay? I know some money may not even be in yet, but Idris, you need to type it in the comment section. Let everybody see it, okay? What have you gotten now? 70,000 out of 150. That's almost half, though. Idris needs 155,000. I wanted to give him 200,000, okay? But now he's got 73,000. So, which means, right? Sounds good, doesn't it? So remember, this is just the last part of this broadcast, and I'm asking all of you who are my friends, to please reach out if you can. Now, the detail is going to be shared again on your screen. Help me reach out to Idris and balance it up to make something out of that. And then maybe tomorrow, Idris can go and pay the balance of his school and, face whatever next they are pushing to him, towards him and all that. So thank you very much, everyone, for this evening. And like I said, we have just about 5 minutes to wrap it up now and call it evening. No, it's not even 5 minutes. It's actually 2 minutes. So thank you, far too kind to everyone who has. Okay, did I put that back up there? Yeah, I think I just did. It's a GT Bank, Kolawole Idris, and the account number is right there on the screen. So he's currently sending me a message to update me and let me know how he's doing. So again, I think I'm just going to call it a night. My time is now fast spent. Okay, hang on. Here's the amount received. I really appreciate it, sir. God bless you for your generous act. No, God bless our donors, those who decided to be very good to one of us tonight. God bless them. Okay, Idris. So you need to stay in that comment and let them know what you have gotten as well. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. All right. We'll leave it at that. Meanwhile, just so we have a sort of a wrap up on this before we go. Okay, if you joined us from the start, you probably have had the best evening so far. All right, but if you joined us midway, indeed, you know what to do after the drop off of this now. In fact, you can even begin to, rewind the whole thing. If you're watching on YouTube, it's easier. You can rewind it and watch it from the beginning. And for those of you who don't like the musical and all of that stuff, that's fine. I'm not offended, even though every bit of my program is actually a message, including the songs, right? But I'm not offended if you don't like them, if they are boring for you. Just fast forward them to somewhere around the 7-8 minutes of the video and then begin to watch the whole show itself. So good night, everyone. Stay safe and take it easy. Okay? You have a wonderful week as well. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. ìjó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.